Hello! Hello, welcome to the streams. Whoop! Hi! Hello! Welcome back after a week. Hello, welcome everyone. Hello. I'm Icarus. These are the streams. Let me make sure everything works. Icarus. Yep, they work. Okay, great. Awesome. Hello, everyone. It has been a little bit for me. I don't know about the rest of you if you watch the VODs and stuff since I've been gone, but hello. By the way, I got Kingdom Hearts Chronicles last time. The VOD's up. I couldn't do it before I left because it screwed up. But it's good now, so it's out. I got it up before we started today. So, hello! I'm back from vacation. I spent time with family. It was very wonderful, very relaxing, had a good time, and I got some stuff ready for whenever we go back to Pokemon. So yeah, I'm very excited, and now we're going to be back. So we are back into Final Fantasy XIV. For anyone who doesn't know, every Sunday or every other Sunday, however much we can, my cousin Epsilion and I go into Final Fantasy XIV together. It is a MMO, but it has a really good story, which is the reason we're still here. For anyone who doesn't know, we're in the third expansion. That is, there's the base game, Realm Reborn. There is Heavensward. Then that's the first expansion. Then there is Stormblood, the second expansion. And then there is Shadowbringers. That is where we are. That is the third expansion. We will be talking about stuff all the way up to where we are in Shadowbringers. Just letting you know, we're at like the fourth, I think, Lightbringer. I'm not going to say what that is yet, just for spoiler purposes, but that's where we are. If you're not up to that point, you want to play the game yourself or watch someone play it or whatever, feel free to step away if you need to. It does have a really good story. It is good. So if you want to, feel free. If you don't mind being spoiled, feel free to stick around. If you are past this point, because there's the next expansion, Endwalker, it's been out for a while. If you are to that point, please no spoilers. We do want to see the story ourselves. It's the reason we're playing this together, really, because heaven knows the gameplay's on. So just throwing that out there for kind of the rules on that. Other than that, feel free to backseat in gameplay or whatever for a little there is. And yeah, so without further ado, let me go ahead and get Epsilion on and we can get started. So hold on. Give me a second. Let me get my cousin up. Right, where is my thing? There it is. Where is you? Move this over so I can see stuff. Hold on. Give me a sec. I gotta fix. Okay, where's the... There it is. Okay. Hold on. Now they still can't. Okay, now they can't. Okay. All right, now they still can't. Now they can see you. Hold on. Let me pull this up. I have to get layers on layers of stuff. There we go. All right. Everything is up.
You got a little stream deck. You should just hit a button and it's just automatically put everything on the
I probably can, but I have to open everything like in order. So like I want to make sure that like everything is done properly. Because I gotta open, you know, like the game
if you
gets
do a
finicky.
script, you can do the script. You can do the script in order too, though.
Can the Steam Deck open applications?
If you write the Stream Deck can write. The Stream Deck can open anything. You can sign into what?
But it's not about them being open. It's about what's on top of each other, like window.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, there's an integration with OBS. You can actually issue the commands from Stream Deck as if you were in the client. But you can also just make a macro that does everything in the right order for you.
Maybe I'll look into that. Just because
you should really,
with
that
the
makes
game,
it a lot easier,
like
automating everything.
In order to have you seen, I have to have Discord and you, like the pop out on top.
I thought that stopped doing that.
That
last
might
time
be fine now, but whenever we were talking earlier, it wasn't
super dark in here. You should have said something. I didn't realize my light was off.
I'm gonna be honest. I was messing with my computer when we were talking, so I wasn't looking at you a lot. I was listening to you.
Hopefully that.
Yeah, you look fine now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back.
Light off. It's pitch black in here.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Babble Sensei, hello. Hi, Babble. Hey, Sensei, what's up? How was the beach? It rained, you guys. It did. We had times where it rained. It had passing rain, so we would like have to go up for like 30 minutes and then we come back down. That's when I did the Pokemon stuff. Oh boy, I can't wait for that DLC because I know how I'm gonna do it. I got stuff. And Babble Sensei, the rights of the past have been wronged. The Chosen has been appropriately picked this time. Anyone who watched our Violet playthrough, you know what I'm talking about. And I also have the other Pokemon thing starting. Epsilion, you have Let's Go, right? I asked about that. You got that, right?
Yeah.
You'd be okay with me borrowing that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just asking. All right, so we are here. We are in the game.
Do you need Gen 1 Pokemon or something? What is
No,
the
I
deal?
do not. No. Shh, you'll see. No spoilers. No spoilers. Just teaser. Just teaser for what's to come. It's gonna be great. You guys are gonna love it. And someone's gonna hate it. You'll see. Anyway, all right. So we are here. We are going to. Oh yeah, we got our Peaky Blinder friend Jerky. Very good. Peaky Blinders ain't coming right in.
Are you doing this again?
No, well, the character's there. What do you want? So we want to get the tram working. I don't remember why, because it's like the only way through the mountain. That's okay. I'll entertain. Okay, so we have to like get the tram because the only way to the mountain to get to the Dawnbringer. What the frick is that thing's name? LightWarden. So we can destroy it. You bring night back because we're trying to bring night back because there's an unholy light about the whole world, so it's bad. We're in another world. We got Isekai, by the way. So we gotta defeat the LightWarden, and we gotta get the tram warning to do it. Why? I don't know. Inconvenience, plot convenience. I don't know. They want us in an old western town. That's why. So we're gonna get the tram working. In order to get the tram working, we have to use these guys, which are ancient golems who have the magic of in order to get the tram working. So Uranger here, our good boring bookworm boy, is going to get it all working for us, and that's what's gonna happen. So we're gonna get the golem going, and we're gonna put the trolley back together, we all. So that whole thing. Yeah. So we're gonna get the trolley. Oh, he heard that one. We're gonna get the trolley back together.
I can hear you the whole time.
And good. All right. So that's where we are.
I was gonna say, so this is Sasha and I were going through my list of my gosh.
Your list of
what's the right word? What's
games?
the word for my? What would you call my Steam collection? What would that be
your
called?
pile of forgotten dreams of the past.
Wow.
This man. Oh my god. I'm calling him out. I'm calling you out. Hold on. I'm calling you out.
It wasn't.
All right. How many do you have? You went through. Go ahead.
Well, so that's what I was going to start with that first.
As a saint of the Lord, we are here in confession. Go ahead, my son.
Wow, confession.
Put forward
this is not a sin.
Put forward what you have bought.
Hold on. I'm
this
okay.
Man has more Steam games than I thought existed.
Steam doesn't make this easy.
Of course,
I have to add these numbers together. At least I only have 3 categories in Steam on this computer.
Okay, so you broke them up. I got you.
Well, I have Jackbox games are all on their own thing, which is
smart.
There's 9 of them, so that's 9. And then I have 15 favorites currently, which some of those I don't even play. So I don't know why they're still in favorites, but they were favorites
from the
at
past.
One point. And then the remaining uncategorized games on this computer are 852.
But he has had Steam for a long time, to be fair. He's had Steam for
I've had
13
Steam
years?
since no.
Longer? It's gotta be at least
17? 17.
So that's 800 something over 17 years. That makes
and,
sense.
And
I mean, that is
it's a lot of game bundles. And there's what's it called?
Humble bundles happen a lot.
There's Back to the Future is broken up into 5 separate games. The Telltale.
Oh yeah, the Telltale games.
It's 5 separate games, which that kind of annoys me. That becomes 5, even though it's one game. It's 5 chapters. There's a few other things in there kind of like that. Like some stuff like the DLC is like its own spun-off game. Or like Skyrim. I have Skyrim, but I have Skyrim Special Edition, and they're 2 separate games because you technically play Skyrim Original and play it with the like jank old school graphics, the original, or you play Special Edition, which has like the fully like enhanced HD graphics, like when you want to play in 4K. Not that I ever do that, but you could. There's some other stuff in here that's kind of like dupes.
All right, so you probably got a total of like 700 instead.
So yeah, so I'd reduced that from the 800 down to like. So I was filtering by single player, which not every game is single player. Some of them are purely multiplayer. Some of them are co-op only. So I wanted something single player. I wanted something that was good with controllers. I had full controller support enabled as well. And I also filtered it down to things I had not played, and that was down to about 200 games.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable. And so I was trying to find something. I was like, Sasha, what do you want to watch me play? I was going to play a game. I was like, what do you want to watch me play? Because I have a ton of games here you've never even looked at. You should see my little library. Huh? Yeah, that's So, yeah. So I was like, what do you want to watch me play? Because she didn't want to play anything last night. And I was like, I want to play something. I'm bored. So let's play something. And we've been playing South Park: The Stick of Truth, which we ended up playing.
Yeah.
And she wants to see me finish it. Which, it's a fun little RPG. It's goofy. She likes South Park, so it's funny for her. I watched I watched someone. I think I watched two people on Yogscast play it years ago, and I bought it because it was so much fun to watch. I was like, I'm just gonna pay for it because I feel like I kind of owe the. It was Obsidian too, which Obsidian's awesome. Like they make great RPGs. So I was like, that's so cool. I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. So I never actually played through myself. So I'm playing through. She's watching me play it. But we were looking through, and I realized I had Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. She loved Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, you have
so I was like,
Kakarot.
oh yeah,
There you go.
yeah. So I was like, I kind of want to watch her play that because I think it'd probably be a better experience for her to play the role play of that. I think she'd probably enjoy that. But I was like, I could play it if you want to watch me feel like playing. She was like, yeah, maybe. And then she's like, no, just play Stick of Truth. I want to see you play that. I was like, okay, sure. But as I'm going through my list, one of the things that showed up was I have Mastermind, like the puzzle game Mastermind.
I remember the name. I remember the name.
It's an old school. Like, there used to be a board game based on it. It's old. It's really old. It's like electronic. It also became like an electronic game pretty easily though, because the system is easy to do in a small electronic. But I have the Peaky Blinders edition of it. Apparently.
You love the Peaky Blinders.
I was getting so mad looking at that, and I was like, I'm gonna delete this out of my inventory. I'm just gonna take it out. I'm gonna call Valve and be like, please remove this from my library. I don't want it.
You can't get rid of a Peaky Blinder.
I'm never gonna play it. I don't know what. I got that in some like.
That must be a bundle, right? It's gotta be.
It was a puzzle game bundle. It was a puzzle game bundle I got like probably on Humble Bundle years ago.
I was gonna say a lot of your games I know did come from Humble Bundle. Like you got like a bunch of them. From that.
I noticed. I have all the Lego Harry Potter games. I have Lego The Hobbit and all the Lego. I have the full Lego The Lord of the Rings series game. And I was like, when did I buy these? Oh no, there was a Lego Humble Bundle that I got. I forgot I'd gotten all the Lego games. Well, all the current Lego games. So I'm probably missing like I don't have any Star Wars Lego games. I don't think. That was like the only thing they didn't have in this set for some reason. I think they kept that in a separate set. Like they had a Star Wars bundle that had all the Lego games in it too. So, but I do have a Star Wars bundle also. Like I don't have that. I don't have the one with Lego in it, I guess. So.
It must be a separate bundle. Like there's Star Wars and then there's Lego Star Wars because there were a lot of those games.
I have Star Wars, Battlefront 2, Empire at War, Fallen Order, which I need to play that. I've been trying to play it on the Steam Deck, but I haven't like actually gotten very far into it. Like I think I've played like maybe 20 minutes, and I think something happened on the flight I was on. I was like, oh, I can't focus. Or something like that. I couldn't focus on the game enough to like actually care. Couldn't hear the story or something. Maybe it was the air or something. I don't know, but Jedi Knight 2, Dark Forces, Jedi Outcast, excuse me. Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2, Jedi Outcast, I'm saying it backwards. The Jedi Academy, Knights of the Old Republic 2, Republic Commando, Starfighter, The Clone Wars, Republic Heroes, Force Unleashed, and then Force Unleashed 2. I forgot I had both of those on PC. Oh man, I should play those. Those are fun.
Aren't those janky at this point? I played one of them.
On console they were really janky. I heard on PC they're I think it's probably like community patching or whatever has helped fix it. But
that's good.
I remember it was like the Xbox 360 version that I think a friend of mine had that we played, and I was like, this doesn't run at all. Why would we even get this? I think didn't you play it on?
I definitely played it on some. I didn't. I played it on PS. Yeah, I think I played it on PS3.
Please don't tell me you played the Wii version. You played the Wii version.
Oh no, I wasn't that bad. I think it was the PS3 version. Yeah, I remember the box. I don't remember why. I do remember.
Yeah, I remember you and your brother.
Though. Oh my god,
your brother playing it. Yeah, I remember your brother was like, "This is so cool." I was like, "Yeah, like the like concepts in the game are really cool, but like the actual gameplay was kind of jank back then." I remember.
That's PS3, man. PS3 is like we finally have good graphics. Ooh, the gameplay isn't keeping up now, is it?
Some games.
Some were fine, but a lot of them were also it's that weird.
Some games were like, let's make this a launch title, even though the engine is not ready, and also the story is just absolutely not existent or shouldn't be
Rise,
at all.
Son of Shame.
I was talking about Sonic the Hedgehog.
We do not speak of that abomination. Holy sh!
Speaking of which, did you see Donkey did a new video today?
No! Is it Sonic?
No, it's a Sonic franchise game.
Oh,
it's your favorite.
Is it 06? Is it Heroes? Is it Heroes?
It's the coolest character in the Sonic franchise.
It's freaking Shadow the Hedgehog. Please don't be Shadow the Hedgehog. No! It's because Snapcube like months ago did their Shadow the Hedgehog dub. And so not everyone has remembered. Oh, that game!
That game, yeah, because everyone erased my memories. It was so stupid and pointless. I cannot believe that Sega even tried to make that.
You know they're making another Shadow the game, right?
No.
That's in the works. I heard about the rumor.
Is it going to be the same style? Is it the same
I hope not.
bull crap racist nonsense,
God, such a bad
gun-toting
game. It's
GTA
such a bad
piggybacking
game.
bullcrap.
Freaking Sonic Heroes without the multiple units. Freaking slippery ass
Man,
garbage
I was
control
I
game.
was kind of watching it before I got on here with you, and it got to the point where he's in like one of the earlier levels, like in the city, and what are the government guys called? The military in
Gun.
the game?
GUE.
Just
GUN.
gun, yeah, gun.
Gun.
Yeah,
So subtle.
one of the gun soldiers kicks him because he's like in a spot he shouldn't be at, basically. And so he
Uh-huh.
gets mad, and so he starts attacking him back. And Sonic tells Shadow off, he's like, "Don't attack him. He's on our side."
Yes, I
And
remember.
Donkey's defending himself like he kicked me first. Like
I can't
I was like,
wait.
"Yeah, this
I
game is
can't,
stupid. Like, how is this
I
even a
can't
thing?"
wait. I can't wait. I'm gonna watch that once
You'll
we're
enjoy
done.
it.
Oh my god, what a beautiful terrain. God, that game's horrible. Do not play Shadow the Hedgehog. It is a terrible game.
All right.
Alright, here we
I'm gonna
go.
kill
Let's activate this
now.
rope B. Interact. Beep boop.
Yeah, interact with the robots. Oh, is it a cutscene? What?
The robot talks, let me do it. I have an idea. You're
It's just gonna be a
RNJ.
solo.
Good luck.
Truly, a most vexing state of affairs. I thought mayhap a closer examination might yield something of value.
Yeah, your RNJ talks weird, by the way, so get used to that.
Yeah, but like, if you just, hit the robot, maybe it'll work.
Smack it.
That's what Victor totally said, right? Okay. I see. That is the most... Okay, two words.
Here we go.
He only used 2 words.
I love this.
It was
You and I get mad about totally different things, but we totally get mad.
Modern. I'm mad because why is he breaking character when he's so obtuse and weird all the time? Makes no sense. He speaks like it's not even Victorian or Edwardian English. It's not even Shakespearean English. It's some weird like amalgamation of all of those, and he says things in the longest way possible every time. He'll go out of his way. It's like they wrote his dialogue in plain English, like plain modern English, and they're like, let's go to thesaurus and see what like non-colloquial term we can use for this exact same meaning, and make it take an extra like 15 syllables to say the exact same thing too. But for once here, they just said "I see." Like, how is that possible? Like, how is it not? I don't know. Like a
what do you want it to be like?
word
Truth
sentence.
to me has revealed itself.
Yeah, that sounds like something
Oh my
Ron Joe would say.
God.
I would expect that. Like generally, that was pretty good. I was trying to think of something incredibly stupid, but my brain isn't able to do it right now. I don't know. But that would have been perfect. It makes no sense that he just "I see." I see. The means to build Talos stone by stone are lost to us, 'tis true, but here before us slumbers a most fine specimen. Indeed, were it not for a few minor failings, it would be in working condition. 'Twill likely require naught but a few modest repairs and suffusion of aether.
Oh, you
How's
mean
he
to
do
tell
that?
me I'll put the piggy blonde on that we can get this thing running, old trolley up and going? If you think get that thing up and running, far be it from me and anyone else to stop you. What exactly you reckon's the problem? You got a new skin? We talking about a bad transistor? What we looking at here?
He's made of stone, we don't have transistors.
You don't know
I should
what the
stress-
ancients used?
I mean, clearly Orandra's figured it out. I should stress that I have performed only the most cursory of examinations, though such arcane constructs are not wholly unfamiliar to me, as I did suspect from the first. It is host to a network of veins, through which aether floweth freely.
Oh, he's got a blockage. My old Uncle Joe
it's
also had that. Died of a heart attack due to the clotting. Real terrible way to go.
I was gonna say it's a series of tubes.
Yeah, it's a series of tubes, and
Yeah, the golem's not just something you dump on. It's a series of tubes.
which connects us all.
That's an old internet joke.
Yes, I know. Oh, yes. Oh, I knew, but you're right. We do need to tell the audience. They might not know that joke.
I mean, that is
That
literally
2012 freaking.
Yeah, that's not 2012. That's like 2000, dude. That joke came out like I was like in elementary school when the guy said that originally, and it became like a meme in like the early aughts.
It's freaking terrible.
Whew. Yes, I'm old. Okay.
God, that's over 20 years ago.
Or so it would, were it not for several fractures which now impede said flow.
Like I said, That cholesterol builds up. You don't even know it. You just have yourself another burger, another fried chicken. Up before you know it, you're writhing on the ground. Oh, Uncle Joe.
Fried chicken.
I'll remember him. How in the hell did you get all that just a glass? Are you a mercenary rock doctor? You archaeologist? I take it you've thought up a solution as well then.
To bridge these fissures requires a material highly conductive to aether. Once in place, I believe it will be possible to restore the talus to life.
Start hammering rocks.
Might I prevail upon thee to acquire that which we require? Wow, that's a really weird sentence.
Yes, there we go. There he is.
Yeah, require and acquire in the same sentence.
There we go.
This sounds weird. Not far beyond the walls of twine dwelleth a creature of living stone, the debitage. Full sure am I that stone from such a being would prove much. Oh my gosh, I'm reading every other word.
Nope, you're fine. This is normal.
Prove most suitable to only. Yeah, that's so expected, Orange.
That's him.
That sentence wasn't that bad. It's just I was getting tongue-tied. Very
it's
good.
not the one sentence, Epsilion. It's the wear and tear of all of them.
Yeah. It really, you can tell it builds up. Like in the first week I'm fine, and as I get to like my second or third page of his text, it's like
you're just like
I can't say a word. Like it's hard to like keep. It's not even like his voice is challenging, I guess.
No,
like,
no, that's not
voice. But like trying to keep up with his. I don't think I can read and comprehend his
vocab.
Not his vocab, but like his like intent. Like then, what should my inflection be? I can't read his lines and like actually.
Could you imagine if we chose Choose Goose for him? Wouldn't that have been amazing?
I mean, it would just be chaos, which it's all right, I guess. But very good. I shall have Thancred and Menphilia attend me in the remaining preparations. What? That's a weird. How did they attend him?
They're attending. They're attending to
your servants. Your servants attend you. They don't.
Attend doesn't have to be from a servant. I mean, you're attending to something.
I guess with that, yeah, that's true. So I guess without the preposition of to, it's not. Attending to someone is serving them. But he says attend him without the preposition. I guess that could just mean helping him in a sense.
Yeah, it's like coming into the activity, like inviting in to attend to it together.
Yeah.
It's dumb. Yeah. I mean, but here we are.
Yeah. I spied but 3 obstructions to the flow of aether in the Talos, and thus would I ask you provide 3 stones of the debitage. All else will be made ready upon thy return.
Oh, we go! Yeah. Let's go!
Is his name Jerk or Jerk?
Jake? I don't know. They never said it because we don't have voice acting.
I think it's Jarek because Y would be an I sound, right?
Alright, take me to him. I'm just gonna follow you. Oh, I can get on you, never mind. That's great.
Yeah, it's not super far away. That doesn't sound.
You guys, you're gonna get to see combat today. Woo!
Some like really minor combat.
Those Excel spreadsheets.
We're gonna fight some rock monsters. It's not even like a dungeon or a
Debutage. There's one.
There we go.
Kill it.
I have to get off. Sorry.
You know what I did before we got on with my like 20 minutes that I had? I looked through because I was saying to myself, because I was watching Krendor do from a long time ago while I was out at the beach whenever I had time off. I was watching Krendor do like Ironmon, where you have to do like super random and get to Pokemon and stuff like that. And I was thinking about like, man, like I don't know how I got onto it. I don't remember, but I was thinking about bugs, and I was like, man, bug Pokemon suck. I was like, how many good ones are there? So I looked through the entire list. There are like, not counting mythical, including the beast. You know those beast things from Sun and Moon?
Yeah.
The swole bug and stuff.
Oh, that doesn't. You can't count those.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, not counting them, and not counting the one that you like. What is it called? The Genesect.
Oh, Genesect is okay. Genesect is basically
Genesect's a mythical. Nope, can't use him.
Oh, we know. I meant the design is. I meant the design.
No, Genesect's good.
Like,
but not
he's basically Bug Mewtwo is why I look at him.
Yeah, but not counting him with cannons. But not counting him.
Heracross.
Yeah,
Heracross.
There's like 12.
Heracross' typing
there's like
12. Is meh.
Oh, his typing's bad, but at least his stat total is good. There's like 12
But yeah, stats
good
are good, and his move pools is good.
His move pools also very good.
His moves pools is good.
His move pools is great. His move pools is fantastic.
That pistol. Why'd you get that pistol mole?
What? Oh my god, did I pull something?
Yeah, you pulled a pistol mole somehow too.
You have to excuse me, I'm first person right Really get you in here.
Oh, yeah, you
Playing
should probably not do
FPS.
that.
What the crap? This thing is like way harder than the other thing.
Yeah, it's way stronger.
What the
Defense is
crap?
super high, but compared to a rock, it's way stronger.
But yeah, there's like
There we go.
12 good ones. And by the way,
Bugs?
I'm not counting.
How many?
I'm not
Alright,
counting.
what's the percentage?
I'm not counting Scyther, Sizor, and the Axe one from what's it called? Arceus. I don't count those as different. They're all the same Pokemon. They're just different typings. They're all 500 stat.
Wait, oh. Okay, so it's because the base stats are the same?
Base stats are the same, and they move it around barely. They're just add a typing to it. I'm not counting those as separate. They're not separate. So you grab a Scyther and you say, which one do I want? Slap the item on. Congratulations, I have a Scyther now.
Yeah.
Congratulations, I have another thing.
Do you want bug flying? Do you want bug steel? Or do you want bug? The other one is?
No, it's just, bug. Do you want bug flying? Do you want bug steel? Or do you want bug rock? No, you do not want bug rock because rock is trash. Okay, so which one of the two do you want? Oh, bug steel because it's the only good one. But congratulations.
If their stats are the same, I can agree with that.
It's like Slowking and Slowbro. There's no difference. Their stats just move around a little bit. So it's like, I'm not counting them. Polytoad, Poliwrath, yeah. Although that one, I think Poly that is decently different because one's a special attacker. So it's somewhat different, but it's still not like a big deal. So whatever.
Yeah. I guess I can understand that not having that distinction kind of makes sense. I was going to ask so you tallied up 12 as the number
that are
viable.
There's
how many total bug Pokemon are there?
93 or something like that.
And how many total Pokemon are there in the game?
Remember, 93, but we only count last evolutions because who the heck keeps the second evolve out of the 3? So really you're looking more like 50. So that means out of the bugs, like 1 out of 5 is good or something like that.
Well, so is it 1 out of 5 of the bugs? How many Pokemon are there? Are there in total? Like out of the total amount of Pokemon that are final stage?
Bugs take up 9%. I actually looked at that.
Well, that's total bugs there, right? Not just
9% of all Pokemon. Bugs take up 9%.
That's surprisingly low considering the game is kind of like founded on going to collect bugs.
But you have to remember, after Gen 1 and 2, bugs, they have the staple bug that you need, the Butterfree, Weevil, and that's it. Like, they do not... Any new they introduce are actually the strong ones. They actually introduce the strong ones, like the Centipede one, and the...
Oh, yeah.
And the...
Which one? Scoliope, the poison one, or the fire one that's in the...
Both of them. Both of them. They're actually both good. They're both the ones I counted, because they're both...
Yeah, I like the fire one, and I like the poison one.
Yeah, they're both
the poison one's awesome. The poison one's an awesome mount.
Yes, but they also holy crap, they take forever to get there. It evolves at 42 or something.
Yeah, it's pretty late. I remember that being kind of rough, getting them late game.
But yeah, so bugs suck, which we already knew, but
Yeah, I mean, they're bugs. Like
third worst typing there is.
They're meant to be annoying, I think, as far as the typing. I don't think they're literally meant to be a pest. Like that's the intent.
They are annoying because either they take super or they resist. They're very weird like that. They're weak to the most things, but they also resist a lot too. They're very hit or miss.
They have an equal amount of resistance, and I mean most things have an equal amount of resistance and weakness.
Laughs in ice type.
But yeah, but what I was gonna say was other than that, they have a weird
trash
slant. But they're also meant to be like a weird balancing point for like dragons and stuff back in the old
yet they weren't. And Fairy had to come in to pick up the slack.
Yeah.
What a trash.
Well, it's because ice would get rocked if you tried to
resist flying and grass. Problem solved. Which is why in our campaign we did that.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with how ice was handled.
Ice is shit. Excuse me.
I want to see what other games do. Right. I want to see what other games like Temtem. What do they do with typings? I haven't looked at their charts.
One day, Epsilion. One day.
It was on sale. It was on sale finally. I think I did tell you that. It was on sale. I want to open up Steam again now, but it was on sale. No, it's fine. No, I told her, hey, it's on sale, but it's like the sale was
like 40% or something.
I think it was 20% actually. I think it was 20. I think the time I told you was 20. I think it was for summer. I think it was 30, and I was like, oh. But the whole thing is like they're trying to sell the game now. Like they really, I guess they're not doing well. Like they're not getting enough user base. They thought it would explode more than it did. Did you see they made that free to play
Oh yeah, I remember seeing
version of it.
something about that.
So basically they were like, okay, Temtem, the game itself, is the go catch the Pokemon, bond with them, like RPG experience. And then they were like, let's release a battle game where it's literally you just build out the monsters with their stats that you want. Like you just pick the stats, you just handpick
So
the
it's
stats. It's basically
Smoggin?
it's Smoggin. Yeah, I was telling Sasha, I was like, this is literally a thing that we would play in like college. There was like a
We?
third party tool. Well,
I
not you and
thought
I, but like
one
other.
friend specifically played it.
No, Barambo,
He did? I didn't know
the,
Bravo
the
did it.
one friend. Um, we knew other people who played it. I think that
I know the
Bob
one
played
friend
it a
did.
little bit. Yeah, he was really into it. Well, I mean, like it was like an obsession for him. But yeah, we had some other friends who've been on stream honestly that played it, and we all kind of like we all dabbled a little bit, and then we are like, this isn't that fun. Like it's not worth like staying up all night playing it like he
Heck
did. I
no.
don't know how he was able to do that. Yeah, I don't know how our one friend like was really into it that much, but yeah, it's like Smoggin basically, but with Temtem monsters. So you
Nah,
can.
that's okay.
I mean, no, I don't want it, and I'm not saying we should get it. I'm not saying we should even look at it, but I'm saying that's their anchor. They're making a lead in like, hey, you like Smoggin, right? Check out our monsters. They're pretty cool. Why don't you try playing a Smoggin that's a full featured, legit game? Play this for the battle, and then if you like it, you can get Temtem and play and actually like get the monsters in the game too. And there'll probably be some kind of like promotionals if you play both, like you have both. But for right now, it's just get people in the door. They're trying to like get a user base. And so it's kind of cool they made it free instead of trying to charge maybe like even like $5 for it or whatever as like a side game. And they could have done that, and it would have made sense to sell it for something, I guess, in a way. But the fact that they're just trying to get a user base clearly is what's happening is like
Yup.
kind of not good, also kind of okay. Like maybe that'll be a good way. They probably won't get a good sale for Temtem anytime soon. They probably won't get down they probably won't be like a 60% off or something crazy or more anytime soon. Like sometimes Steam sales get crazy like that, but maybe we'll see like 50% off maybe one day,
That'd be
and probably
great.
not anytime soon. Probably a year from now. Probably once they do their last DLC, they'll probably we'll knock it down to pretty cheap and you can get access. But and the other thing is, I think they should just keep releasing new areas, and new sets of monsters like Pokemon does, and just then they can just keep releasing like DLC packs and to perpetuity, and then they won't have to worry about making money down the road because they'll already have a user base who's like, well, I already played the game, they have new monsters, I want to check them out. Yeah, I guess I'll wait. Like, it's almost like Dota style games when they release characters.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I already played the game. I like the game. I kind of like playing the game or whatever. And there's a new character who has some skills I'm interested in. Maybe I should try and get them.
I enjoy
and play it.
masochism and self-infliction of pain through multiple games and MOBAs.
Part of me is curious.
I can get back in.
Yeah, I should say MOBA instead of Dota. I was gonna say, I wonder if there's a way. Is there a way to make a MOBA that doesn't turn toxic?
No.
Like my mind,
PvP,
I'm like,
human beings.
Was Heroes of New Earth, was that not toxic?
I thought that was PvE.
No, Home's is the same.
I didn't play it. You told me about it.
Well, now you're making me second guess myself.
I don't remember.
I never played it. I watched some people play it, and I was like, this is kind of cool. And then I was like, oh, League is a thing, and it's free. I'll play that.
And then it wasn't free. Because we had to buy the skins.
Yeah, technically the game is free, but if you want to play any,
you're free to suffer.
If you want to play any character,
it's free to suffer.
Heroes of New Earth was.
God, I'm so glad we don't play League anymore. Holy crap! What a beautiful dream.
Beautiful what?
I said I'm so glad we don't play League anymore. My God, what a beautiful dream.
I liked playing it.
No, I'm good. Never again.
Like I wouldn't go back to it. I don't want to deal with the crap. But like there were parts of it, I still have friends who play ARAM all the time, and I'm like,
no.
Part of me is like, can I do that? Can I just download the game and do ARAM?
You can.
Would it happen? Like, would I actually enjoy it though? Isn't there's like a mobile game now that's just ARAM, isn't there?
I thought it was the actual game itself, but I don't know.
No. I thought, I guess, well, there's that, yeah, there's like another, like a Tencent made game that's mobile that you can play.
No, there's a League one that is on your phone. It is League.
Really?
Yep.
I thought there was one that was just
League Clash or something, Riot something.
Maybe when it, maybe when it first came out, they just made it ARAM only.
Wild Rift. That's what's
Wild Rift. I think I almost downloaded that, and then I was like, nope.
And then the PTSD struck you, and you were like, oh God, no.
wasn't there another game like Rift Legends or something that they came out with on mobile? I forgot that one. That's the card game. That's the it's not something like it might not be Rift Legends. I might be misremembering the name. It's their answer to Hearthstone.
I'm sure they have it. Yeah. They may
I
have
started
it.
looking into that and I was like, this is just Hearthstone. I'm like, I'm not playing Hearthstone.
But it's with
I did
lead
my I I
characters.
I did my time playing Magic. I don't need to play Magic Light. Screw this. I even played the Magic Hearthstone game, I forgot what it was called. I saw it was in my list in my Steam list, and I was like, oh yeah, I played that for a while. It was alright. I'm trying to see. Okay, it's yeah. So Heroes of New Earth is just Defense Against the Ancients, which is Dota. It's the same gameplay.
There you go.
So but I remember this, and it became free to play on July 29th, 2011. So it was after League got popular, right around the same time. It was
Too
initially
late.
released in May. Yeah, it was only out for like a year, and then it went free to play. But I remember watching people play that, and thinking that looks like it's okay game. And then League was popular, and I liked the League character designs more, so I went with League.
Ah,
And I made the friends
that
who wanted to play League
Blitzcrank,
also.
baby.
Yeah, the character designs in League were so cool. I still like the character designs.
They're still great designs. That's one of the reasons they survive.
I'll say
Such
yeah,
good
and the
designs.
world building was great. I mean, I don't know if you remember the letters, what was it, I forgot what it's called.
Hmm.
I can't remember the name of There's a news series, like a letter they would send out every month or every other week or something.
I kind
It
of
was
remember
like
that.
what was happening in the world. It was based on the name of the world. I can't think of the name of the world
And
now. It's
then
been
they
so long.
rebooted it.
Yeah, then they totally wiped that, and at that point I kind of lost. It's weird though because that's what what's it called is based on the
Arcane.
Netflix. Yeah, Arcane is based on that original lore. So like it's a slight reinterpretation in some spots, but it's mostly consistent. Like when I watched it, I was like, this is what I remember being in the weekly newsletter. So I was like, this is cool. And like they started really pulling the newsletter stuff into the character design announcements, like when they released new characters. So I was like, okay, they're really trying to do some strong world building. And then like after doing that for like a year or two, maybe, then they started doing these characters. It was like there's no lore for this character. The character's just like loose. It's like how it was when it first started. When it was just this design for a character they made that's like based on some popular franchise from another game or another movie or something. Like when they made the character that was based on like Ori and the Hidden Forest or whatever the game's called. I can't remember the
Yeah,
name
or
of
in
it.
a Blind Forest.
And they made that character that was like a weird light fairy creature, like fat man thing. I forgot what the name
Oh,
was. It had no lore. It was
Bard,
literally just
Bard,
Ori. It
Bard.
was yeah, It was Ori in the Blind Forest, but a character based in that series essentially, and that's all it was. Like there was no real story to that character. I was like, why are they
He's
doing
the
this now? Why they?
guardian of the wisps, and you can read his backstory on his character page.
That was his whole backstory. It was that one sentence.
And
There's
there
no
you
detail.
go.
It's stupid. Um, I think it's why the
Buy
game kind of
his
fell off for me
$10
partially.
skin. Be a
Yeah,
snowman.
buy all 7 of his $10 skins though. Don't just buy the one.
Yeah, buy the pack.
Anyway.
You save $10
Oh yeah.
by
Save
spending
$10. Yeah.
50.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was like spend like $120 and you get the $130 worth of skins. It's like, excuse me,
You
like
saved
wait,
the whole
who,
$10.
who in their right mind thinks any of this is worth $120? Like,
Do you know there's some dude who's like, oh my god, all
no, like
107
you with the
of my
Sona skins.
mains. I had
You with
one
Sona skins.
character, and I didn't even buy all of them. I bought most of them.
I don't believe that. I believe you get every skin for her.
No, I didn't buy the Muse. I think it looks like trash.
I don't remember buying. I remember buying like one
I
or
did
two
not
skins.
also
and,
have
like,
Silent Night because it wasn't that well done.
I remember I was Nautilus. I had a skin for him, and I was like, I forgot what his main skin was like because I
Yes.
used his other skin so much.
Sometimes it's like
when
that. There are a few of them that are like, they're
people
skin.
people would play him and play his base skin. I'm like, what character is that? And I was like, oh, that's just Nautilus. Like, why is he so different? Like, why? Like his voice acting is so different with this one too. Like, how is this even possible?
Dude,
Oh,
Shyvana's.
Zig's the other one.
Shyvana's ironclad
Oh,
skin
yeah.
is way better than her normal. She doesn't
Yeah.
look like some screwed up, weird Lilith Diablo character morbid.
Yeah, my brain just took a second. I was like, what was she like in her base skin? I was like,
She looks like
dragon,
Lilith,
right?
like a weird, like draconic.
Yeah, Lilith.
Which is true for her. She's half dragon, but I just don't think she's very good looking in that. Like she's not both
No.
in multiple ways.
Oh,
Ironclad looks so
Riven?
much better.
Was that her name?
Riven.
The big
Riven's
blade
is
girl.
fine.
But she had like a bunch of skins that people preferred
Oh
using
yeah,
over
those are
base
all
skin.
better.
I feel like
Yes.
I feel like her only time I saw her base skin getting used was when friends were trying her on the free week,
Free week, baby.
or like a friend was like, I haven't bought a skin yet because I'm too cheap, and they would play her very very seldomly. But I remember seeing her mostly in like obviously Battle Bunny, everyone liked that one, and then there was the other one where she had like it was like the Crystal Taint series, or it was called the Blight, whatever they called it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Whenever Vars came out, they made one for her that kind of some similar design, and so I think that was the one I saw a lot of with her. And I think there was one other one with her that was pretty common. But like their base skin was so seldomly used. I don't know, it was just
It's
some characters,
whatever.
their skins, some of their skins were like more iconic. And I feel like if the game had been a better game and come out with everything, like you just get the character and all their skins you could choose, you probably would have seen a lot more people playing without the base character design.
But then you'd have to
A
pay for
lot
the
more common.
game.
Yeah, I mean, I would if I had to pay for League, like even if I had to pay for it, like an expansion or something to unlock sets of characters, that would have been fine. I would rather paid $50, even when in college when I was playing, I had no money. Like no, I had a job, but wasn't that good of income. But like back then, I would pay like yeah, I'll pay $50 for this like every, you know, I don't know, year maybe at most, maybe a little more, like maybe like every 9 months. I could probably get away with it. That'd been fine. I could have done that. That would have been too bad. And I only played for like what 4 years, 5 years tops, so it wouldn't have been that bad. I wouldn't feel like that was a big. It'd be no more of a money sink than this game is. So
Yeah.
but we're not even playing it. We're talking in it while we're not even doing
Hooray for the way we do this.
it.
Yay! Podcast.
Do you want me to read? Do you
Go
want me to read
ahead.
Roger's lines? Okay. Thancredom and Philia will return ere long with the remaining supplies we require. Didst thou succeed in procuring stone from the debitage?
Yes,
See, that's exactly it. That's it.
I did succeeded.
Sure do have.
That was so good.
Fine specimens, one and all.
That's good.
You have my thanks. We need now but wait for Thancred and Menphilia's return.
Which will
Wait,
happen
cutscene
now.
Wait for them to return? Are you serious?
No,
thought they
now we're
returned.
really in a cutscene. That was an instance thing.
Oh,
This is a
it's-
cutscene instance.
Yeah. Well, I
Then
thought
you
we were gonna
got
watch
the
it. I thought we were
real
gonna. I thought we were gonna have a cutscene to wait for them, but they just magically showed up at the start of the cutscene.
They could have if we had to talk about, I don't know, someone's feelings or something.
Yeah. From end to end, the paths by which Aether may flow through the Talos have been duly mended.
Totally
They
amended.
did dully. It's not very fun. It was very boring to watch them mend it. They but require a sufficient endowment. I'm surprised. If it had been a dumber character, there would have been a really bad like sex joke there. You know what I mean? And in most other games, I think I'm playing South Park too much. Maybe that's the problem. It's right. It's not moving. Strange. The core refuseth to stir. I fear the condition of this Talos is more dire than I previously surmised. As a heart driveth blood through a man's veins, so doth the core Aether throughout this massive frame. Failing its repair or replacement, the Talos cannot be restored. Oh, we got kickstart its heart.
So it was the heart after I told you them heart attacks. They come out of nowhere. Are you sure we can't find the book of which his name's been written? Maybe that's what killed him. Them death notes come at you don't even know. Stupid. That's dumb. Freaking read your next line. Ignore that.
I did not expect a Death Note reference there. Thou didst foresee this outcome.
Is it bad when I think about heart attack? That's where my mind first goes.
No, because that was like the main thing they did. Everyone just had heart attacks.
Like if you don't specify the death, that's what it is, and that's what it was a lot.
'cause
So I
it's
guess
just easier. I mean, it would make more sense if it was like cancer. The cancer isn't
that
stunts, I
take
guess.
too long. It's slow and it's
Yeah,
it's killing.
but think about it. Like that's real. Like that's
No,
real life,
I
man.
need
Like,
some
cancer comes
dead
out of
now.
nowhere. But no, but like, yeah, it's true. Light didn't even. But my point was
I'm
like,
dead now.
in real life though, like cancer comes out of nowhere. Most people don't have any idea. They got
Heart
it, and they
attacks
have it, and they
can
die.
too, technically.
It's not. It's usually there's some signs.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
you have to have
But
like a.
there is
If you're young,
sometimes.
you have to have like a congenital heart disease. If you're old, it's like okay, you had like obviously like, you should have been going to the doctor, and you should see, oh yeah, my cholesterol is high, or like oh yeah, my heart muscles are deteriorated, or like they're not functioning as well, or something. My blood pressure is too high. You should have some kind of tall tale
Can't
sign.
there just
that
be
you
a
would have
breach where
heart
something?
issues.
Something went wrong. Heart attack, you're dead. I'm sure that
I
can
mean, that's
happen.
what what's it called? an artery can get clogged. Can't the word it's escaped me. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I don't know
Um,
medical terms.
aneurysms can happen.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's
then
a
there you
thing.
go.
Yeah, your arteries can get clogged suddenly using a buildup, and it might not be even cholesterol. It could be like coagulant. Sometimes that happens to people, but usually there's like a medical condition that causes that too. It might not be known. They might not have any
Hmm.
idea. I've watched a lot of House MD, so it's probably like I'm a little bit skewed knowing those scenarios that could happen. Like they are technical diseases that exist, but and scenarios that could have happened. Like they're obviously dramatized, but there are things that could happen. So it's like probably not that likely to happen. It doesn't happen like everyday life. Not as often as people were just dying in Japan with light.
No, no, no,
That's
no,
my
no,
point, I
no.
guess. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
that was too coincidental. That like not everyone. I mean, I guess the genetic pool in Japan is pretty tight, so maybe it's possible everyone had the same, genetic disease, same genetic disorders, but not that likely.
Hmm. All right, here we go. Well, no, not exactly like that. We never gotten this far in trying to prepare, so we had no way knowing the heart was the problem. Although as a medical up and comer peaky blinder of the group, I spotted something going on there. We tried to find another in case they found they are, but well, we ain't that good at scavengers. I told you I'm not a full peaky blinder yet. If I was, I could have done it.
I was thinking
Jerk? It's jerk! How dare you! I'm not a jerk.
you jerk.
To the corner affiliate now. This isn't really my story to share.
Oh.
Please, Jerk. If something went wrong, maybe we can help. Nothing can go wrong. Get in the corner. I don't want to speak to you anymore.
Well, she can't tell her. So he can't tell her to get in the corner.
All right. After all you lot have done for me, which is a lot, I suppose it's the least I could do for your lot. The least I could do for your lot.
We completed the quest only to have to take on a new quest where he tells us a story.
He tells us a story. This is a visual novel, guys. Didn't know if you knew that.
Oh yeah, it's a totally visual novel.
It's absolutely a visual novel. Let's talk to good old Jerky over here. I'll become a big blonde. What is this?
I'm not ready.
Weapon?
I'm not ready at all.
Here you are.
I didn't even look.
Here we go. Right then. Tell us, yes, that giant monstrosity over there. The hearts cannot be made of just any stone. Can't just go carve out a little piece of your local pizza shop. No. Gotta have something really zesty. You need a special sort with sufficient ethereal conductivity. You really need the electricity to flow through that rock. Yep, that's how nature works. Both it and the other materials used. Is rock conductive? I guess it depends on the mineral.
Yeah, I mean, like, technically...
Gold's superconductive, which is a rock.
So, well, gold is a metal.
That's not a mineral, though.
It's not a mineral.
I thought metals were man-made. Technically, isn't there a different term?
What? Like the man-formed metallics?
I thought metal was technically man-made metals.
Metal's not man-made. No, metal is naturally occurring. Like if you think about the periodic table elements, metals are a naturally occurring group. There's different types of metals with that as well. But no, metal is refined. It's removed from rock. So you can have rock that has trace amounts of metals in it that would be conductive. As far as aether, though, that's a whole different subject.
What's a rock made out of?
Raw energy. I mean,
what are the parts that aren't the metals? What is that? Just like stone?
Usually that's some kind of firm element, or like I think technically a lot of it's minerals is actually a more accurate way of describing it. But it's not like a good mineral, like a pretty mineral like you get like with like the geodes and stuff like that. It's just a
what is granite?
It's an element. Granite is a actually it was granite. Is that a compound? I think.
Like a bunch of little stuff. Like what is rocks made out of?
Granite rock mainly consists of feldspar, quartz, mica, and amphibial minerals. So it's a set of minerals.
Okay, so like we're talking a lot of quartz.
Matrix of feldspar and quartz mostly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So they're mostly minerals. And most rocks, like if you think about like a rock without like having a metallic like traces of metallic materials on it, then that's usually what you think is minerals.
Okay. Like the ones you find at like a park playground or whatever, like little pebble things, just in the grass.
Yeah, those are just usually there's some type of mineral, I believe.
We're talking like a
But
lot of quartz and stuff. And okay. All right.
yeah, this is probably like some kind of quartz, something if it's able, like I would assume some kind of a regular matrix structure that's able to like direct the flow of the raw energy that is aether. And this is not real science, so it's kind
No,
of
no, no.
nonsense. But at the same time, there's got to be like some consistency to it to make it
That's how
make
you
sense.
fiction.
Yeah, but you have to make it grounded fiction, make
Yep.
it like you have to have some way of making it relatable. So like if it's like an artery, it'd have to be some kind of like matrix network that's flowing in the same direction. So like you'd have to have some kind of like
Well, I mean,
something like
circuits
conduit.
are just arteries for batteries and stuff like that, right? Like that's basically what it is.
Their circuits are just they're essentially they're metallic traces that are able to allow electrons to flow.
Yeah.
Allow the
So it's like an
charge to
artery.
flow. It allows the charge to flow between electrons is actually the right way of saying that, but in like colloquial conventional terms they say the electrons flow to make it easy to understand.
All right. Both in all the minerals and materials, quartz and phosphorus, whatever, Epsilion, say all those things, they're used to construct the Talos bodies and the minds at the same place. That place, of course, being here, the hills around, but my home, where we all love the trolley dearly. We all sleep with the trolley, we all love the trolley, we eat with the trolley, we breathe the trolley. And it was 3 years ago when she...
trolley? I don't think we're breeding with the
I
trolleys.
said, breathe in the trolley. You breathe in those
breathe.
mirrors. Where's your mind
Breathe,
go? Epsilion's in the peaky gutters. They don't want to be in there. That's where the Peaky Blinders used to live before we came to this town. It's nasty in there. We have a clown living there. He's like half tarantula or something. He lures children down with balloons. Really weird.
The peaky ditches.
No, I can't do it. I, as a Peaky Blinder, have to uphold my honor. I'm sorry, but you'll have to hear from someone else. I ain't doing it. I'm running away. It's a Peaky Blinder way.
So who died?
His wife, the dude's wife.
Oh, Thast's wife. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep.
Back to the tavern then.
Oh, you gonna go talk to me now? Remember? Dad had the old
prospector.
gold mine prospectors.
You said something last time and I lost it. And I was telling Sasha about it and she was like, why did he choose that voice? I was like, I don't remember why.
Jesse Cox. He does a great prospector.
Oh, yeah. That's right. You said Jesse Cox.
He has a fantastic prospector.
I mean, so does
Oh, that's not our guy. That's the other dude. Oh, that's right. This one's you. You remember who this is, right?
No, what voice do I have for him?
Well, his voice is pretty cool. Like, man.
Oh, it's Muscle Man? Oh, yeah, he was Muscle Man. He was the muscular man. I forgot about that. That was that. What's the name of the guy who is the prospector?
I forgot his name. We'll run into him.
Either. Still here, eh? You can ask again, but the answer's the same. Our trolleys are...
No, I don't want to know about your dumb trolleys. I don't care about the trolley. I'm not the trolley person.
I love our trolleys. You know who else loves our trolleys? My mom. What? God damn it, jerk. You could have at least finished so I wouldn't have to clean up your mess. That's a very Muscle Man line. That was perfect. Seeing how you made such quick progress in fixing the Talos and all, he was probably thinking you could help change things around here. And I think he might be right. Gather your friends and I'll tell you what you want to know. It's a tale as old as time. A tale as old as man. Just give us the echo so I don't have to read all this crap from his voice.
We have to read inside the echo anyway.
And maybe not if it plays out with the real people.
You think they're gonna have...
Magnus's wife was
thank God.
Greatest prospector there ever was.
That's not my voice.
Magnus isn't a prospector. His wife was. You got the prospector wrong.
No, it rubbed off on him. You ever hear whenever you're married for a while, you start to act like each other? Oh boy, how you feeling with that effect, Epsilion?
Have you noticed any change?
I mean, I've noticed changes of like being married. Or you like love your wife. I don't know.
that means. Okay.
I've noticed the yes deer and the whippage. Is that the same thing?
The guest here. What'd you
The
say?
yes deer and the whippage. I've noticed that.
You noticed that? Okay. I've
You
heard that
wanna
from other people
take
too.
your
I'm like, I
shirts
don't know what
off
you're
and
talking
see
about.
the stripes?
No, that's not a thing.
When the golem heart started failing, she was the first to head out in
See,
search of more.
I make fun of him for it, but really, he's living my dream. I want to be whipped by my wife at one point. That would be great. I mean that metaphorically, of course. I don't do pain. Soft dom only for me.
Problem was, most
yeah,
of the
dead
veins
wife,
ran
so
dry
sad.
ages ago, and finding fresh ones to tap's only gotten harder. But she wasn't one to be deterred. She just kept digging deeper and deeper.
That's sad.
And then the mine
She
collapsed.
didn't want the city to fail, the town to fail, so she wouldn't give up.
I bet that
We
happened a
labored
lot in
day
the
and
gold
night
rush.
to clear away the rubble. But it
Oh
took
yeah,
us
that's why
2
people
months
who
to
went to
find
do
her.
the gold rush were crazy. That's why they were thought to be mad people. Like the risk of doing that was not worth the
To find her
reward.
body.
That's where the crazy prospector voice came from.
Yeah, that's where it comes from. Yeah, that's why they
Magnus
have
has
that
never
label
been
of
the
being
same
insane.
since.
Magnus, that's his name.
Yeah, Magnum. Never mind, I'll stop.
Magnum Opus.
I was gonna say something.
I know the other one. Don't. I made the joke. Worst joke, but we're gonna go with that instead.
Yeah, yours is not as funny
if
as
you
mine.
don't
but-
mind my asking.
Looks like his Magnum Opus is gone because it was his wife. Ha.
Ah, yes.
He didn't
well,
make her. That's kind of weird
if he's
sounding.
not
Like,
here,
His
she's
life
not one of the.
there's only one other
became
place he'd be.
the
She's not one of the
Opus,
Talos. She's not one of the Talos. He didn't make her.
You don't know that.
So it was like the Talos that we're working on are like the second generation Talos, like the original Talos. Is
It could
his
be one of
wife.
those sad situations where
This is
he
like-
resurrected her grave.
It's like Peppermint Larry nonsense, where
Good God.
Magnus is like a miner and he decided to build himself a rocket wife. And he
Oh,
married
this poor
her.
guy. This poor dude.
Oh, you missed the cutscene. I'm over here laughing about the rock
What?
wife, like the Peppermint Larry's candy
Oh.
wife.
You again. How many times must I
This is
tell
too
you?
sad. I don't want to do this
The
anymore.
trolley won't run! We'd be better off dismantling
big
the
ball of
damn
wine,
thing
dude.
and selling the parts for scrap. Now piss off back to wherever you came from. And don't let me catch you around here again.
What were their names?
My son was named Skuli. My wife, Agna.
Why is this? Oh, the son. I remember we got that backstory. I forgot.
Being here with them, it beats going home. Home stopped being home when I lost them.
Oh.
I thought to try and drown my sorrows. But somehow, the bottle's never deep enough.
Nope. Never is.
No
Stayed
bottle
for a while.
is. Believe me, I know.
Oh yeah, because he lost my William. Ah, grief.
You've lost someone too.
Yep.
Not like you. Not my own flesh and blood. I grew up an orphan, so I never really knew what family meant.
Well, this is perfect in thinker
Not
to this.
until I met a man who offered to take me in and make me his pupil. He was a kindly soul,
Oh, it's not even about me.
always looking out for me, like a father. Not that I appreciated that at the time, or anything else for that matter.
I was an angsty teen.
But I finally had a family. And then I robbed a young girl of hers.
I forgot what that's worth.
This is kind
I
of
did
cool.
my
little
best to
thinker
make amends,
backstory.
to offer her comfort. But the more I look back on it, the more I realize just how inadequate my efforts were. I let her down.
Yeah, this is good to connect character development to new characters of the past. That's good.
That is why I refuse to let her legacy die. In the end, all we can do is press on, for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. And that requires your Talos. Please, Magnus. You are our only hope of reaching Nabarth Areng.
What rubbish.
She's not gone. No matter what you say or believe, she's not. We can still bring her back.
You get to leave the corner. It bequeath upon you the ability to walk out beyond the two walls.
No longer are you Minfilia 90 degrees. Now you are Minfilia 360.
Look around, spin, and behold.
It's so stupid.
God, we ruined everything.
It's so stupid.
We are Let's Players. This is what we do. We can't have a serious moment, not me or you.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Well, that sucks that Thinker did not get through to him in one shot. I guess we got the
That's how
cross
it
and
works,
fail.
baby.
Yeah, are you ready to talk to Thinker?
Oh, shoot, yeah.
Ron,
I was running along the
Ron.
fence.
I saw you. I was a little bit behind you in the cutscene, sorry.
There you go.
For well do I know the pain of loss and how heavily it can weigh on one's heart. Nevertheless, does he really though? Does this robot really know what it feels like to have pain?
I mean, just because someone
Nevertheless.
thinks kind of differently doesn't mean they don't have it. They just might process it differently.
No, I'm gonna make fun of. He's neurodivergent. I'm gonna make fun of him because
Nerd.
like I don't believe.
Hey,
I
Data,
don't believe
Data
he
has
can.
had grief arcs, I'm sure.
So did Spock, but Spock was part human.
Data wasn't.
I don't know. Sometimes Data felt more human than the rest of the crew, and I mean a little bit.
I've
I
never
remember
seen that
watching it.
series, but I've heard about it,
Oh.
so. I know about him, and I know the idea.
Yeah. Alright. Sorry. Nevertheless, there is but one way forward. Sorry, about for miles on. We must needs procure a new heart for the Talos.
Can't you say we must procure a new heart for the Talos? Like,
No, we must needs. We
But-
must needs procure.
but you.
We must needs.
Read your line, Mr. Needs.
Fath, knowest thou any location wherein we might find the stone we require? No matter how scant the possibility, we would seize it. I told you, here all the veins were tapped dry years ago. Though I suppose, if you really wanted to try, you might find something at Nuvy's leavings.
I don't like that.
I don't like the name of that either. Sounds like poop.
Yes, it does.
Definitely.
No more poop.
Down.
No more poop quests. No more
We're,
poop
we're
quests.
going straight to poop.
No more poop
We're always
quests.
going to poop town.
No more poop quests. We've already done that. No more poop
I
quests.
can't believe they literally. That was such a good
it
joke
was
at
just
first, and
one quest.
then after-
But,
no,
God.
like after like a entire DLC campaign of us complaining they're making us do crap quests. They literally made us go around and pick up piles of poop. The joke was so good, and then they burned it because they keep doing it. I thought it was like, oh, we learned our lesson. No, they're still doing this crap to us. They haven't done it as much, I guess, but they still do it to us every once in
Gotta
a while.
have
It's
some
like,
gameplay
here's-
in this visual novel.
It's an MMO. We have to have you do fetch quests. Like, no, you don't. You really don't. Just let us play the game. Just let us advance the story. All right. It was open well before Talos became commonplace, which is why the mining there was never quite as deep. Interesting. When you get there, look for Guthjon and tell him I sent you. But don't be surprised if he tells you the same thing.
Oh, good John.
Thine assistance is most appreciated. Insert name here. I think it best Thinker join thee in this search. Though he wouldst be quite quick to deny it, his heart is in turmoil, and his thoughts clouded. 'Twould be unwise to ignore his distress.
Let's go Take care of his
So
distress.
we're gonna go meet High Five Ghost in the other town.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you gotta do him as
Gus
high five
John.
goes.
Gus John.
I found him.
You found him? That's fast. I got in the thing. Oh, you gotta talk to Thancred. I forgot. I was gonna teleport to go talk to Gus John. I gotta recruit Thancred. Off to somewhere, are you?
You're coming too. Come on. Don't make this difficult.
At last. A lead on the stone we need to power the Talos. I can't very well have you go on your own. Lead the way.
Thank you.
That was weird that he
Level
was
up!
reluctant. You level 81, you fool!
I'm
Alright,
level
awesome.
81. I'm
should
so strong.
probably Open this.
I'm
pop-up.
so powerful. What is this? 409?
The Titan bronze weapon.
390. Oh my god, that is weak. Okay, hold on. You see my weapon
390?
here.
390.
This is a 403, 409. Oh, look at that. It is better.
It's the Santique. How do you pronounce that? Fauchard?
Santique Cane.
No, mine. I'll clip it.
sorry.
You can see it on me if you look at me. Fauchard. Is that Fauchard?
That looks
Fu-
cool.
Why? It's French. I don't know how you pronounce it. I think it's French. I don't know. It looks like a sword at the end of a stick. Like that's a weird.
Oh, that's a
looking thing.
halberd for you.
I mean, essentially, but I don't know. Can I put my glamour?
You can
I put my
apply
plate
glamour
on?
glamour. Yes, I think
I
you can
wanna
apply
put
them
my
here, but you
glamour.
can't change them. You cannot edit
Should I
them, but you
put-
can apply them.
I put this one on it. Like that one.
This one?
You like that one? Big fork.
Big fork.
All right. The big fork.
The big fork.
Oh wait,
Make
talk about
Chris
it.
tired of waiting around.
So that might be it. I'd say we're long overdue for a good turn. I can only hope the gods feel the same way. Now, Navi's leavings was to the south, was it? Let's get going.
That is awful.
I'm gonna start calling it Poop Town. Start calling it Navi's leavings. Keep making
My
noises.
mom used to call it Poop Town. Hey, by the way, we were talking about mining and stuff. No, you know how mines run dry because you like, can they ever restore
Sorry.
themselves? Like more stuff?
No, unless it's like liquid. No. Like once you tap, like say it's like a gold or silver mine, once you've gotten like the last deposit, it doesn't renew. It's just a concentration of that material in that area that's worth digging in there more than other places.
So all we're doing is taking material from one place and moving it to another. That's all we're doing when we mine.
We have a finite amount of gold, silver, whatever material. I mean, the only way we can get more is through some advanced fission. Or right, sorry. Well, yeah, using fission usually.
Can
but
we do
fusion, change it. Not. We don't have the technology to do it in mass. Like we do it at a very small scale. We mostly do fission and break big elements down to smaller ones. That's how we get like the nuke reactors. It's usually fission. We take really dense high isotope metals and break them down into different parts. Like usually some of it's just like neutron, or it's called. There's a name for it. It's been a long time since I've actually looked at this stuff. But yeah, we break it down into different types of metal. Like usually it ends up becoming lead, the final stage, and usually it's radioactive to the point where we shouldn't be anywhere near it physically. Have to keep it in a separate container. Huh?
I was singing the dumb song. All right, thank you.
Radioactive. Really here. Sorry. But yeah. Making new elements, it's like alchemy at this point still for us. It's not impossible. We know how to do it, we know the theory behind it, but like shoving protons and electrons from one.
I wasn't going to bring this up
another.
because we were spoiling the story, but I'm going to. I was talking to Dadless about this over the weekend stuff, We can't, like, technically speaking, everything is made out of the same stuff to the highest bottom degree of core. So technically, couldn't you change one thing into another, like wood into metal, if you move the protons and electrons around?
Transmutation, essentially.
Technically speaking.
I mean, that's what it's called in alchemy, and that's what it would probably be called, even if we could actually do it. Like most likely.
My dad was like, "No, you can't freaking do that. Science does not work that way." I was like, "Well, technically, you could."
There's no process to do that right now, but we know how it, in theory, could be done. Like you could transplant protons, neutrons, the base particles. You can, if you want to go down, you talk about quarks and subatomics and transplant those, but there's no machine or process to do that right now. We can barely, like the what's it called? Oh my gosh, the Large Hadron Collider is literally just like trying to smash quarks into each other to make bigger quarks so we can see, or make like different quarks out of them by smashing them together so we can see what kinds of base, like the lowest level parts there are in our world. Like the attempt is to try and find the God particle or whatever that helps unify the different. It's called that, but it's not.
No, I got you.
With
Yeah,
God
like
itself.
the most basic thing we've got.
But well, it's not just those basic. That one is more of like, if we can find that, we can use that to tie together like gravity, magnetism, all the different forces, and all the subatomic forces as well. So if we could find that way to combine everything, that would basically be. And there's like theories about how that would work, how it could combine it, what would make sense, but none of the theories can be proven until we find that particle. Essentially, is what or like no theory can be disproven or no one could be proven until we can find the particle.
But okay, but basically, if you move that stuff around, you could turn wood into metal or something.
Not doing it like in mass, like the way you're describing, like almost like how it is in like Full Metal Alchemist. Not possible right now. There's just no way. Like, we don't have a system to do that. Like even if we had like extremely advanced nanotech that could like at a very small scale like go through each individual part of a, say like a stone structure and turn it into a wood, it's not possible. We're just not there yet with that kind of tech. We don't have the means for the nanotech to go through and do that. We don't have nanotech that like moves around in that manner consistently. We wouldn't be able to do it right now. Like, we have these theories that would allow for it. We understand the theoretical, and we have like if we can make innovations to do things at that scale, then and do it at room temperature, especially. That's the thing that's kind of a limit right now. We can't do most of these things. If we try to do it, it would probably like evaporate whatever you're working on. You know what I mean? It's too much energy, too much heat and energy release would be necessary to apply to that area to be able to do it without destroying it. So it'd be really hard to do it. But in theory, there is a way to do it. It's just not something we don't have the tools to do it yet. Like, maybe, I don't have like a timeline, but like in the far future, that would be something that can just happen. You would just synthesize from one resource to another.
But theoretically, it's like a thing.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, you can actually the end goal there isn't even to take one thing, convert it to another with transfiguration. It would be to take energy and turn it into mass and make it whatever mass you want. So like literally just be like, oh, we have a sun, we have like a Dyson sphere. You know what a Dyson sphere is?
I forgot.
It's like an enclosure around a star or sun that absorbs all the energy from it. Like, basically the sun acts like it would, or a star acts normally how it would, where it's just doing its thing, churning, creating more energy, releasing energy out in radiation. But there's a machine around it that collects all the radiation instead of letting it escape and go across
you're collecting the heat and stuff.
And so basically, it turns a star into a battery, essentially, right?
Yeah,
so you're taking all the heat, the radiation of light, cosmic rays, gamma rays. So we don't have we have solar panels. That's ultraviolet, but we don't really have a way of collecting higher energy spectrum like gamma or cosmic rays. We don't have a way of collecting those and utilizing those for energy source yet. But in theory, we take light and convert it, ultraviolet light especially, convert it into a stored energy. But that's what solar panels are. But like actually building out a Dyson sphere would be quite challenging because of the physics of how much gravity would pull in that device. So you have to make it far enough away and make it big enough, and that's just a challenge to make something that, like, we can do for our own sun. There's just no way it's going to happen in our lifetime. But maybe a smaller star potentially in like the far future that could happen. We have the possibility of that. But just taking like that as a little battery, right, and then take that energy from that and just dump the energy into a synthesizer and then make matter out of energy, essentially. Make whatever you want. You can make the wood, like you can make
that's interesting.
You could make rock, you could make whatever out of it, and that's the end goal. That's what really we want to do, not just convert, because conversion could be useful. More likely what happened, instead of just being pure conversion, is that you take a step to break things down into raw energy and have it as stored raw energy, and then convert that stored raw energy into the thing. Because that would be the easier way to doing it. Like tailored synthesizing is more complicated. Like, this is what I have as an element. I have to inject this many protons and neutrons to make it this other one, right? Like, that's how that would work in theory. That's way more complicated than just saying, I just have this raw energy, send this raw energy, and pump it in and make it to these structures.
Oh, interesting.
From scratch.
So that'd be easier.
Like, that would probably be a little bit easier to do in like the long run, but that's also very complicated. Like storing raw energy is something we're not even good at right now. Like we don't have great systems for that. Like we're literally struggling to figure out how to do that better right now. Like batteries are not good. They don't store long enough. They degrade over time. Charges and just literally sitting there with energy in them. They don't. Most batteries don't hold power for a long time. Like the best thing we have for a long-term battery, like long-term mass storage, and they're actually implementing it in some places across the United States now, is taking heavy objects and using temporary energy, like temporary like gain energy from the grid to move heavy objects to higher floors on a building, essentially. And then we just lower them to get the energy back out of it.
So literally using the kinetic energy of the...
It's using potential energy, the gravity, allowing gravity to convert it back into kinetic energy, so we can actually generate. So basically, the elevator moving down from weight puts out kinetic energy that gets fed back into like an electric grid as electricity.
Huh.
It drives a motor.
Wow,
yeah. That's our best way to store energy right now. There's also some other stuff like you can use salt to store energy. It's a little bit more complicated. I'm not really.
Could you store potential energy of something just sitting there?
Yeah, like technically, my hand being here is storing potential energy. I'm also exerting energy to hold my hand up here right now, though, visually when I'm doing it in front of you. But in theory, if there's something holding my hand up, if I had a string holding my hand up, I would not be wasting my energy to hold it up. It would be potential energy. And if I cut the string, my arm would fall down from gravity. That's no longer.
But you don't store that energy. That energy's wasted.
I'm wasting energy holding it up.
No, I mean like...
If I had a string holding it, the string is fighting gravity, and it's not doing much work to fight it because I'm not that heavy.
But
the string like, as long as the string doesn't break.
But you're sitting there with potential energy isn't like honing it. You're not getting energy from that.
No. I'm not getting it. Well, I'm not getting out of it. No, my body, my hand dropping didn't generate energy in my body because I'm not converting that kinetic energy that fell down into some other energy to use. Like
if your body could convert it, would that convert? Could you have a limitless energy source in yourself?
No, because I mean, we'd have to generate our own energy in that sense. Like you wouldn't just like be able to acquire energy and then become an unlimited amount of it. That's like a perpetual motion machine. That's not real. There's no such thing as that in our that we have in our. There's no such thing as a 100% efficient system of energy.
But when you use the kinetic energy and it happens, if we add something to store it, wouldn't that perpetuate it?
So you can store it, but when you're in the process of storing energy, you'd have some loss. In the process of moving energy around, we have loss. Like in the real world, there's no such thing as like an infinite amount. Like
is that lost in heat?
Yeah, it's lost in heat, lost in like I mean technically when my hand just moved, I created a gust of wind, so there was like actual physical convection. That's kind of also heat, but it's the movement of the air literally, not just heat. So that was to the point where it got lost. My hand hit the chair here. I actually probably lost some energy for just hitting the impact. Burned some energy a little bit too. There's a lot of little things physics-wise that you have to account for.
Yeah, because energy is just transferring. That's all it's doing.
It's always I mean,
because it transfers to the chair when you hit it. It's transferring into the chair.
It did. Yeah, there was an impact when I hit the chair, and it did absorb some of the energy for me, like this being a cushion material.
So if you could transfer the energy. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Not sure where you're going, but
anyway, yeah, it's just interesting science.
Yeah, physics is fun.
It is.
Say that, but yeah, I find it fascinating. But...
It is good. It's very good. All right. Speaking of physics, let's jump into the aetherite weird crap we got here.
Ooh,
they try.
You tried. The way you described it, I was expecting the place to be abandoned. Perhaps our fortunes are finally improving, though we should probably hear what Guthjohn has to say before we celebrate. Assuming we can find him, that is.
That freaking name, man.
Guthjohn. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I hope that's right.
Sounds right to me. I don't freaking know.
I don't know how else you would pronounce that, though. I mean, maybe the TH... Maybe the THJ is silent. Or not silent, but runs together in some way. So I guess we go in here.
Is he far away or?
Hardly have to. Yeah, far. It's a bit of a little walk. It's a great for us. We're almost at the droppings. I mean the leavings.
But
it's a megalobat. It's not just a regular bat. It's a megalobat.
Oh god, there's a
megalomaniac.
Oh, there's a gnome.
That's That's not a gnome. That's a rock man.
They're gnomes. Gnomes are rockmen, technically. They come from, like, the rocks, from what I understand.
Depends on
mythologically.
the folklore you're talking about.
I thought that was, like, the oldest one. They, like,
You're
come
talking about
from, like, the
trolls?
rocks.
Trolls come from rocks.
I thought gnomes
In, like,
did, too, in, like, their
Scandinavia?
old, like, lore.
I mean, I know like the modernized version where they come from the little statues, they get like that same kind of gargoyle nonsense treatment, but I don't know about the old lore.
Alright, this is High Five Ghost.
Irish gnomes are probably some wacky thing making no sense now to us how we depict gnomes.
High Five Ghost, let's go.
What does he sound like?
I don't know. You watched the show, not me.
I'm
Regular
gonna
show,
listen to
everyone.
it real quick. I don't think he has like a very interesting voice. We talked about this last time, didn't we? No, we were talking about Benson. Benson's voice is kind of like
yeah,
kind of boring
Benson's
unless he's
pretty
screaming.
normal unless he's screaming. We don't want to do that.
Hold on one second.
No, you're good.
But turns off just in case.
Let's read something on my phone.
Oh,
Do you know it?
it's just Mordecai, but like kind of nasally.
Alright, keep going. Nasal voice. Let's go.
Oh gosh. Who are you? And what are you doing here?
Very good. Love it.
I hate it.
Perfect.
Well, you should have listened to Theft. You're wasting your time. But this site is not as developed as others, is it not? Surely there must be something left. I should explain! The stone you're looking for is leonine.
Like me, Leono. What the?
Yes. The 9 lions. This is stupid. All the Talos in the hills of Amber powered using them! Or were at least. Anyway, whatever's left, if anything, is too far below to be safely excavated. In the deepest reaches of the mine, we use Talos to keep the pathways from collapsing. They're still there, but they could give out any time, which is why much of the time is closed. Much of the mine is closed off. I can't read. Sorry.
Oh goodness.
Then our only option is to search the higher levels for any fragments of Leonine that may have been overlooked. I suppose there may be the other way. I suppose there may be one other way.
The other way around.
Well, don't leave us in suspense. What? You're asking for a trade secret? I'll need to be duly compensated in exchange. Fine. What do you want?
Please don't give us a quest on top of the quest.
The other day I found a Vobert gold piece down in the mines, a bloody Vobert gold piece, and wouldn't you know it, I dropped the damn thing somewhere while I was working. Find it, and I'll tell you what you want to know. What?
Find my medallion of gold.
But we'll take, yeah. Well, the other thing I'm thinking about is that's more alarming to me than him wanting one. Why is there a piece of Vobert gold down there? Who from Vobert is there?
I forgot who Vobert was.
That's the bad place. The Yulmore used the Vobert gold, don't they?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that's probably like, what's his name?
I want to go live in your war.
No, it's probably what's his name? The guy, the kung fu master guy.
Oh, dude, that dude. Oh, he's dead.
Is he dead?
He's dead.
You sure?
He's dead.
All right.
He's dead.
Well, then maybe
fine.
some other
He's
maybe there's some other envoy from Yulmore that's
He's
here.
dead. He's dead. He's fine. He's fine.
Okay. It seems we have our work cut out for us. Insert name here. Thankfully, I have an idea for how we might hurry things along.
Good. I don't want to do more of this. All right.
As I'm sure you've noticed, despite their best efforts to illuminate the corridors, it's rather dark in here, meaning it will be that much harder to find a single coin hiding in the shadows. That's why I propose we use these sun drops. They help the eye take in more light. Why don't you start your search further in, and I handle this area here. I'll retrace your steps after in case you happen to miss it. If you feel the drops effects wearing
No.
off, I can give you more, so don't worry.
Mini game time.
Oh, I have Dark Sight. This is like every other D&D session I play. I have Dark Sight. Everybody has Dark Sight now. All right, but yeah. I was gonna make a joke. So
Dark
sun
vision.
drops, isn't that? Don't sun drops in some Final Fantasy games? Don't those let you become unpetrified?
No, those are they're not sun drops. They're
Is it teardrops?
yeah, there's something
Phoenix-
like that. I
Phoenix-
thought that they were
well,
they were
Phoenix
like
down.
needles. They're like needles or something.
Needles? When there's some kind of drops? There's some kind of teardrops.
Those
You
help
search the shadows.
mutism, I think.
Oh, that makes no sense. You start
No,
a
because they're
fight.
drops. They go down your throat.
Oh. Oh, I thought there was one that was like for your eyes. Did you start a fight? Where are you?
I'm fine. They're
I'm
gone.
gonna run to catch up to
Bye.
you. No, they came back to fight me. They're not gone.
Oh, well, good luck.
You bugger.
Good luck.
Have you found anything yet? Have you checked this one already?
No, I did not.
Oh.
That's dumb.
There's nothing this way. That's not even in the map.
Gotta go
That's
this
over
way.
That's not a real
Man,
door.
ninjas must have like the easiest time with these missions. They're just like
Give
go
me
this
a
way.
kiloton.
Oh yeah. I forgot I had
Thank
that.
you. I appreciate you using it.
I was like,
Lego
oh, yeah,
bats are
that's
nice.
the thing.
Oh, that's a downed Talos.
There's one right there.
I almost said TARDIS. There's a few of them in here.
It's a Tartarus.
Tartarus. That's not good. You turn over a
Did
rock
it.
and
Okay,
find the
great,
lower
cool.
piece. We did it. We did it. Yay.
Why
we
was
did
this
it.
included in the game? We literally walked 2 minutes and clicked the ground.
I don't know. I feel like I learned the layout a little bit. I don't
We're not
think
even
I'll
gonna
come
be
back
in here.
That's what I'm worried about. What if we do though? I don't want to. Oh gosh, you got it. It was you. It was you.
No,
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
No.
No, I saw the line
Nope,
fly
nope,
at you.
nope,
It was
nope,
you.
nope. Pixar didn't happen. Video didn't happen.
Man, you what? There's footage.
You can't prove that. You can't prove this is my footage. How do you know I'm real?
I totally can. You incriminate yourself.
How do you know I'm
you're
real?
It's just a figment of imagination, of course. I'm not actually on Twitch right now. That's why I can take my shirt off.
Epsilion. Oh god.
Technically, is it a TOS violation if I take my shirt? I don't think it's a TOS
I know.
violation. Can you
this for
show
guys.
male nips? Can you show male nips? I can't
I'd
remember.
have to look at the
now.
rules.
You'd have to actually read them the first time. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
I was hoping. I was trying not to
I
actually
don't
make
read
you
that
sound
crap.
bad, but
No, I call bluff to anyone. I read it. No,
Yeah,
you didn't. No, you frickin' didn't.
it's
You
like
signed up.
it's no, man.
You press the button.
Some people, the people who make a living off of this, I think
Mm.
some of them actually do legit read them because, like, when they made the
have to.
announcement about
The higher ups. Have
they were when they were changing the like content policy and how ads work, like you couldn't do ads in stream.
Mm.
When they changed that, there are a lot of people who threw a fit, and I think they did release like a change log or whatever, like quick notes, but I don't think they made it that obvious that they were changing it that kind of way. I think people had to read through the document, compare what they had before. So, I mean, there's probably also lawyers who they hire to do that stuff. Like I'm sure there's like
yeah.
I don't know what you would call it, but like some kind of like copyright type lawyer, because the people who make the content are the ones who own it technically. Sorry. I was hoping he dropped the gold piece somewhere closer to the entrance. More fool me for thinking Lady Luck was on our side.
You learn not to do that. I promise you.
You didn't walk with us. You didn't walk anywhere with us.
You didn't do anything.
Or maybe she is. Yours, at least. In the end, my contribution was little more than poor company. Well, I couldn't have done it without your sun drops. Come now, Thancred. You were far more prepared for this task than I.
I don't care.
Which one do you
want
want to say?
I'll take the top
I
one.
don't care either.
I don't care.
I don't take the second one. You'll kiss my booty now.
Is it the same thing?
I'm gonna wait for your. Oh no, it's different. So in yours, he says, "So you say, but you have a proven knack for success regardless of circumstances. I doubt very much I could have discovered it unassisted." Sorry.
I'm worse than you.
And on mine, he said, "No more than usual, I assure you." And then after that, yours says, what? Yeah, same. I only managed to survive the Querthian wilderness and the Imperial capital by virtue of extensive preparation. A habit of mine since childhood, and one of my few positive traits, which endeared me to Louis Swa, I imagine.
He is super down on himself.
I was just a useful tool.
I'm just the worst. It's like, oh my god, dude. I thought you already had your character development.
It hasn't been easy finding ways to compensate for my condition. Every tool and trinket has proven vital to my continued success, such as it is. His condition is that he doesn't have the ability to use Aether anymore.
Yeah. Ever since he got possessed.
Since he was possessed by
Ascian. An
Ascian. Lahabria, right?
Lahabria. Lahabria.
In the first campaign, and when he stopped possessing him, he lost the ability to manipulate Aether, which is kind of funny because Ishtola took the opposite thing happened to her in the next campaign.
She now only has Aether, and like
she can only see through Aether.
Is gone.
Yeah, she's blonde. I think she gets a little taste and touch and
I'm blind.
Smell.
Imagine if they had a kid, they'd be the new Helen Keller.
It'd be it'd be like a one whole human, right? To mix them together, like all of her Aether sensing and all of his normal.
No, it takes the negative of each one. It's just Helen Keller. Well, they have two kids.
It's Snake and Liquid and Solid Snake.
Oh my god.
That's what it would be. I have other recessive genes.
I'm so much terrible than you.
Did I read this line? It hasn't been easy. Yeah, I read that one. Okay, sorry. Had I chosen to pursue the arcane arts rather than espionage, well, I'd rather not think on it. So long as I have the means to protect those dear to me and to see my duties through, that's all that matters. Now let's hurry and see the return to Guthjon. The sooner we get back to Oranger and Minfilia, the better.
He's right here. You don't have to wait long.
You're back! Wait, does that mean?
Here's your thing.
Hand it over.
I thought he had it because we gave it to him. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh, he showed. Oh, yeah. He just handed it back to us. Like, oh, yeah, this is it. It was verifying. I'll be damned! You actually found it! Well, a deal's a deal, but don't think this means you'll find whatever you're after.
I will take it that way. You can't stop me.
Please. Oh, God. I just want to stop talking to you.
We get dies. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
Oh, look at that. Wait, is that the die? Wait. Is that the die? No, it's not the die I needed. None of the dies I needed.
One of them is, I thought.
There are dies. No, I didn't need wine. It was. I thought maybe coral pink, but it wasn't coral pink. And then wine red is too dark, I think. But I did need a red. It wasn't any of these. Lilac purple is not a red. Why does it look red? Is that all dyes look red now?
Red. No, there's their categories. Oh,
it's kind of.
There's red, blue, green, and stuff like that, and then there's like offshoots inside.
It's kind of brown looking in the preview in the corner.
Oh, so Auburn, Burgundy, or Auburn.
It says lilac purple. Lilac is like a light purple color.
Well,
usually.
It's not. Well, purple's darker.
Maybe it looks like it. Maybe when it's metallic, it looks. No, but it's like a light purple. It's like a closer to lavender.
Yeah,
like
but purple itself is still darker than like.
Yeah, purple, but lilac purple shouldn't be. Like even if you're mixing together.
Oh, so it's a Nidoran, female.
Close to that, yeah. That's kind of like it's a lavender shade. It's close to it, yeah. Luckily for you, Guthjon is a man of his word. To be honest, I wasn't sure you could pull it off. I don't know what voice I'm doing now. It kind of
very good, very good.
But you did, and I'm a man of my word. Come with me. I was getting back to it. Sorry.
Man, my word, as the quest said.
I think the first line, I just had that air, a frog in my throat, like air in my throat.
Good, that makes you do it better.
Yeah, maybe? No, I don't know.
Right? Because, it's like, ah!
I don't know.
A little bit.
Don't fight the golem.
I'm running.
Where is it? Oh, we have to like move around a few times, I guess. Don't go in that shack. That's a toy. Oh, you got him. You can always attract them.
I'm running.
They love you. I think I have stealth on for some reason.
I think I'm just in front of you, so they aggro me, and you're behind.
A little bit. You're a little bit in front of me, but not that much. I think you were closer, like proximity to him for sure.
Guthjon.
Guthjon. Is it voice acted? Please be voice acted so I can hear what you're
It won't. It won't be.
It'd be so funny if it he's too much of a character, right?
It's not important enough of a scene.
Or the Thafe, whatever his name was, that voice. Every time I step out of these mines, the sky seems to clear. I'd never leave them if the air weren't so stale. But you're not come to hear my grievances. You're after Leonine. First, I have to ask, you ever heard of rockworms? I've got a bad case in my butt.
Yeah, they're really hurt, let me tell you. And they don't leave.
Rockworms? I know them by another name, though fairly certain the locals call them knockers.
That is not what a rockworm is.
I can think of all I want to do is just do Sean Connery's voice now, because I want to think of him saying that phrase now. Oh my gosh! All right, knockers. A lovely pair of knockers. All right. Sorry.
Look at this door. Look at these doors. So well made and crafted.
Beautiful, beautiful, huge wooden doors. Beautiful doors. Junior. I'm sorry. Okay.
No, that's so good.
What's this? Yeah.
Yeah, some ghost type.
That they do. Whatever you want to call them, those little bastards may be the answer to your troubles.
You know, the knockers. It's every man's troubles. You know what I'm saying?
They help everywhere. They can fit through cracks and crevices down where you could never hope to reach. This is getting weirder and weirder. And on an occasion, they came back with something valuable.
Would you train them like fleas?
They dig up Leonine in the mines? It's a rare occurrence, but yes! That said, it usually amounts to no more than a few flakes. Well, our only other option sounds tantamount to suicide, so how can we draw out these rockworms? Please let this be some, like, weird, like, borderline, what is it, Manderville? What is it?
Oh yeah, the Manderville, yeah!
Like, I want to be some weird thing where to, like drop items on the ground and, like, dance with them or something.
It won't be that fun.
It won't be that fun.
I assure you.
It's too serious part of the game. Over by that shack, you'll find a bag full of smoke bombs. Set off a few in the mines, you'll flush them out in no time. Once they're out in the open, knock them senseless and check their backs. I should warn you, this method of mining, if you can even call it that, is used as a last resort on account of what little they're like to bring back. You'll want to cover as much ground as you can if you hope to find anything of value. Assuming you do find something, bring it here and I'll have a look.
And
I'll
take
keep
it,
my cut too. We should split up if we were to cover more ground, as he suggests. If you can cover these 3 areas on your map, I'll see to the parts between them. So you're
Why
one area in the
between?
middle,
Like, take one side, now
jerk.
take another side. Why, like, do between sections?
Because if they don't make us walk into random little small circles that are just spread around, then we don't have to see the whole area.
Yes, all of these
It's exactly
wonderful,
what
well high graphics assets. Very good. It's PS3
that
level.
That character on the distance looks really cool, though.
Yep.
They're this way.
Too bad we don't
this way.
interact with them.
Oh, they're in the mines. We go back in the mines.
Cool.
The mines. A million diamonds shine.
No.
Dig. Have you been to Walt Disney World? The Magic Kingdom
I
since they
haven't
made
been
that
to
ride?
Disney in like 10 years.
Bro! You gotta sprinkle the smoke bomb on it. Wait, it's used?
Sprinkle the smoke bomb.
I use the smoke bomb. Place the smoke bombs at designated locations inside the mine. 1 out of 3. Oh, so you just place them first.
Okay, I get, yeah.
That's kind of
Moving
cool.
on.
It's better than like having to do a little thing where you like fight them and then go to the next one and fight them.
What do you mean? That's how this game works.
Whatever. So over here.
It's the fun part.
The new
That's the fun.
It's a new roller coaster at Magic Kingdom, though, by the way, that has let's see if we can cut across here maybe. That'll get caught. A new roller coaster that it's for the 7 Dwarves, the minecart ride. It's pretty good.
Oh, that's
It's
cute.
a lot of fun.
That's cute though.
And they sing this song and stuff too. Like they sing all the big dwarf songs in the movie.
What, all one of them?
Well, there's the Hi Ho, And then when you get to the end, they do the yodeling part too.
I
You know,
haven't
in
seen
the-
Snow
when
White in ages.
There's a scene like towards the middle of the movie where Snow White and the dwarves are dancing. Like there's two of the dwarves on top of each other and they're dancing in a trench coat, kind of like the Little Rascals joke.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it was that way. But yeah, they have two of them dancing with her, so they're the right height to dance with her. And and I think it's Doc is yodeling. That's like right at the end of the ride. It's pretty good.
It's cute.
Of course, you did it.
Go away.
I was nowhere near it, so it wasn't
Go
me.
away.
Please don't attack them on the way back. Leave them on the way back. Oh yeah, wait, they have no pathing when they're on the way back. They're just like, I gotta go back to where I stand. I can't fight anybody on the way back. Man, they didn't do that in Final Fantasy 11. That crap was awful, dude. If someone like was a jerk and pulled a bunch of high-level monsters, dragged them all the way back to like a starter town, you'd see like level like 50, 60 monsters like running into the doorway to a starter town, and there's like level 1 idiots outside trying to fight their first monster, and they get destroyed. It was kind of funny. It was kind of funny. Like, I remember watching it happen, like, I'm not that dumb. And I was like 10 or whatever, you know, the game
That's
came
not
out. So I
their
was
fault.
like, I wasn't stupid, but like, there are adults who
Okay,
like,
we're gonna
"Why do you
have
fight
to
whatever?"
kill this guy. There's nothing else we can do.
Yeah, let's kill him. I like it. Here, I'll help
Oh,
you.
he didn't aggro? Maybe he didn't have to.
No, I killed him. I'm killing him. I made my choice.
I mean, it's already, yeah, we're already like, doing it. There, died.
Alright, that's fine.
What fun combat. I thought that was actually your dog for a second.
I was making fun of the golems.
Oh, there's the
I mean,
rumble.
what is it? Not golems. What are they called? What are they called?
We have to
Not
expect 7
Gnomes.
of these.
Yeah.
Gosh, dang it. I hate this game.
Smack them on their back and then check them or whatever the guy said. I don't know. Oh, I should probably kill him this quick. Sorry.
I don't care. I don't care.
I don't want to take damage. There's another one! Don't run away!
Another? Oh,
Yeah, they're continuous.
no, they're not.
It
One.
sounds like a duck.
That was
Why did it sound like a duck?
one.
1 of 7. 1 of 7. I love it. Why are there not more spawn points here?
One of those
Spawn
kind
points
of
in
nights,
this area.
huh?
I don't wanna.
Oh, there's one. There's one. It's good. Icarus, this is actually gameplay for once.
This is.
It's not even that bad. It's not even that bad, really.
It's just like I don't
I don't hard to
care.
care. Well, this is more enjoyable of a fetch quest to me than it is like go pick up piles of poop. For real.
That's not a high bar. That's still
It's not.
low.
It's not, but the game created it, so they set their own bar.
That's
Like
so awful.
we
No,
allowed
I'm
them to
comparing
carry.
other games. I'm using
No,
other games.
No, you're not allowed to do that.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. It's my time. I'm allowed to do whatever the heck I want with my time.
I guess.
And
Yeah,
you
don't
are
take
competing with
damage.
every single game in existence, every moment.
Oh boy. Oh man, did you see that? There's a comparison. I haven't played anything or touched it all because I don't have a PS5. But Final Fantasy 16.
I've been watching
supposedly is
Jesse play. No spoilers.
It's
but yes.
supposedly heavily like leaning on like concepts from Game of Thrones. I was like, what? What are they
It
talking?
looks
I've
more
read.
like me.
I read a header about that headline like that, and I was like, what does that mean? What do they say?
It's
oh, wait,
because it's
what am I
more
supposed to know?
adult. It's more about like kingdoms and like lost hierarchy.
That's
You
not.
know- you
All
know
right.
what- you know what
Game
it's-
of Thrones did not create that genre. That's nonsense.
That's what everyone knows
that makes
about
me
with that
mad.
genre nowadays.
That makes me
Spoilers.
mad. That's stupid.
Spoilers. Spoilers? You want to know what it's
Wow.
really copying? And I'm not very far in, so no one say anything. You don't want to know what it's really copying?
Yeah, I'm sure it's not spoilers to give like a genre. Go ahead. Or
Attack on
another
Titan.
example. Oh, are there giant zombie monsters?
Not zombie monsters, but you know the concept of the game, right? That you have like the titans, the elemental big things.
I know that there's something to do with like what normally summons in the game. but I
Yeah,
haven't really paid
they're like the
attention to
big focus.
it. I've been really not looking into it honestly. 'Cause
Well,
I
I won't
don't care
say
as much
anything
as I play
about
the
it,
game.
but from what I've seen so far, which is not much,
I doubt you can ruin it.
it's like story-wise, it looks like I'm like that's Attack on Titan. No, that's kind of really similar to this part of Attack on Titan. This right here is Attack on Titan. This is.
Oh, 1 second, sorry.
It's okay. Here, I'll just kill this rubble. Let me see if it counts for you. You keep going.
It's thunder.
I was like, what is that? You hear the rumbling? I'm like,
I
why
do
is it
not,
picking up?
but that doesn't mean that it's not there.
There's this thunder outside. There was like, why am I here? I thought it was like someone like rustling, like I don't know, like the head of the wall or something. Oh yeah, I can
Yeah, I
help.
killed
I
it.
can help.
No, you're fine. It
thank
doesn't
you.
matter. It does not matter.
How many do you have? What's your I got a hit in. I'm helping.
We did
3 out of
it.
7. 3 out of 7, right?
Could we split up and kill these? Like, is that how this works?
I don't know what the range for like oh my
no,
gosh.
leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't care. Leave them alone. They'll leave you alone. It doesn't matter. They'll stop. Their aggro doesn't go.
I've already done this. I've already committed.
No, don't. It doesn't matter.
I need to level up anyway.
You'll get it at some point.
Wow. Maybe
I mean,
when
like-
you're older, kid.
Maybe. I meant like you'll get it like as we play. You don't have to do anything. Also, let's give like no experience. You know that.
Oh, this guy's gonna unlock the fury of Nidhogg. Why am I not attacking him? What is happening right now?
Probably because you've like lost a lock on him because the system sucks.
I guess so. I don't know what happened. I must have hit tab again on accident.
I mean,
I
this
swear it was
gameplay
hitting
is
him.
great.
Nidhogg!
What are you doing?
Oh, that was cool. There's thunder
There's
right after I
another
said
one in
that.
here. Is there another one? There is. Okay.
Oh, that was a big attack. I didn't know I could do that. Did you get another one? I got 4 out of 7. Thanks for... Oh, there's one right here. I'm gonna try to do this one over here if you're not nearby.
Yeah, sure.
see if it
Please
goes-
make it go faster.
Oh, I just got standard finish. Did you just do the
Yeah, I
dance?
did.
Did you do the dance move?
Yeah.
I guess we can get dance. I guess we're close enough that we can get trigger it from.
Yeah,
both
you have
spots.
your partner, so it stays.
I'm interacting with this
Oh,
one now.
go
see if it
the
works.
frick away! No one cares.
What? Did it cancel? What's happening?
Die.
I-
Die. Who cares?
I can't interact with this one over here.
What? Really?
But now, oh, now it's letting me.
Oh
Okay, we
my
can kinda
gosh,
stag-
it wouldn't
we
let
can
you do
stagger
this.
them,
Oh
yeah.
my god, that's
We can stagger them a
stupid.
little bit, but we can't just not.
That's
like, we can't just do it.
dumb.
I'm not super happy with that, but whatever. These wandering knockers. Just the third one coming, right?
So
There it is.
bad.
I gotta tell Sasha about these wandering knockers, see what she thinks.
God, that's awful.
I think I'll get in trouble.
Probably. That's your
So,
head, not
Icarus and I-
mine.
Icarus and I are playing with some wandering knockers today.
You're married. That's bad for you.
He's gonna be like, you or what?
That's bad for you.
You think that's grounds for divorce?
Depends on her.
She'd be like, and you didn't share any with me?
The woman makes the rules, from what I've heard. That's how relationships work.
If that's what you, if it's not your, never mind. I'm not gonna do it.
No, go ahead, finish.
No, I'm not going to. It's too much. Oh,
There's
wait, weren't there
another
already
one?
3?
Oh my.
Weren't there already 3? There were 3, right? I'm not crazy.
No, yeah, there were. That's why I was starting to walk away too. I was like, wait, what?
I thought I just accidentally triggered it earlier or something.
There we go. We
that's
did
crazy.
it. We're done. Get me the heck out of here. Go away.
Yeah, I gotta fight this golem on the way out.
No, we
No,
don't.
I mean-
Run. Leave him. There's over like 100 NPCs out there. They'll kill him.
No, they won't. They won't even walk out here. He's gonna stop at the door and go
Great,
back.
cool.
Yep,
better.
see? He stopped right at the archway.
Even better.
I thought someone was like rocking inside of my house for a second. It was so loud. So what was that?
Thunder.
There you are! Find anything promising?
Probably. I don't know. There's rocks.
Glittering rock. Glittering rock. They're bigger than flex. Or flakes, or whatever you said earlier. Between the two of you, I'd say you've got quite the haul.
High five.
Best get comfortable, friends. It's going to take time for me to sift through all of this. What is he? They're rocks. What's he gonna do? Crack them open?
Do 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 do.
I look so out of place. in this
There's a
area.
rock. That one's a rock. That one's a smaller rock.
I like this rock.
You may not remember this about Arminfilia.
It's been a long time. I know expansions, but I remember
Prior
everything
to
about her.
founding the Path of the 12, long before the Scions, she was something of a minor.
Like a child?
That's right. She was a minor. I actually remember that.
She was a child.
She was
definitely
a child. Yeah. She grew
After
up
her
into a
father died,
wonderful lady.
Flamine took her in and taught her the trade. I think they were both
Oh
seeking
yeah, I
to
do
fill
remember
the
she wanted
void
us to
left
help her
by a
mine
loved
something.
one.
And she was
Maybe that's
keen
why
on
she
it.
took to it so readily.
I remember everything
Oh, it's
about
kind
her.
of sad.
Back in those
bet you do.
days, I spent most of my time in the quicksand or some other tavern, loosening tongues and
Every
gathering
pixel of her
secrets.
character design. I mean,
Occasionally,
model.
I'd catch a glimpse of her in the street on her way home after another hard day's work. I always felt a wave of relief
Felt that
when I saw
Minfilius
she'd
for the
come back
streets.
safe, along with a pang of guilt at the fact I wasn't there to support her as I should have been. Simply speaking with her more than once in a blue moon would have been a good start, but I could never bring myself to do it. Instead, I threw myself into my work and became every drunkard's best friend.
You were a drunk man. I
No,
can't imagine
he was
she
a
felt too
drunkard's
highly
best
of you back
friend.
then. Not your finest hour, to say the least. I'm saying that one.
I can't imagine she thought too highly of you back then. They're both pretty awful, jeez.
Far from it. And Flamine has never let me live it down.
What did she say on yours? Far from
So,
it, and from
on
me,
your-
never let down.
Yeah, and on mine he said, not too highly no, she once called me a wine-sodden wharf rat, which wouldn't have been half as galling had it not been so accurate. Thanks.
But that was a lifetime ago. Here and now, I have another chance to do things right. And I will not squander
In
it.
a whole nother world.
A
Hey,
whole new
Come and
world.
see what I found.
That's Guthjohn's
You're
voice?
not going to believe this.
He sounds like a Russian dude.
That's right, I found it! Dos Gulden!
Why are the
Tell me it's
Why are the-
Leonine.
Catmen either Russian or
It
Spanish?
is at that.
Have you noticed that?
You lot were born lucky. It's mostly broken pieces.
I guess.
But look at this.
They chose a dialect.
Actually, I don't know what this accent is. It's not Russian.
This is a rather fine specimen.
It's like a fake accent.
I like my hand. A beautiful specimen. I've had many a
It's
night
been
with
decades since we found anything approaching this big. But that's
My
not all.
princess.
There's an incredible...
I mean, he actually has something in his hand, though. The camera angle made it bad, but...
Oh, it is, okay.
Ah, these scratches here. They're a little
Engraving
hard to
on
make
it.
out. To my beloved Magnus and schooling.
Is it from Minfilia?
No, it's from his dead wife.
Oh, wait, how did it get all
Yes.
over here?
Do you see? It was a gift to Magnus from his wife. She found it. She really found it.
That is serendipitous as hell.
She must have spent her final hours carving this message into the
Her
stone
last act.
in the hope that he might see it one day.
I guess the Echo has very completely, like, item-finding plot importance abilities.
Those rock-backed
That had nothing to do with the
bastards must have
Echo,
made
though,
off
did
with
it?
it before we could clear a path to
I'm
her.
using whatever X factor we have at my disposal.
This is wild.
That's
It's actually
unbelievable.
It's
interesting.
fate that brought you here to find this stone. No other explanation. It makes me wonder what else might still be buried in these parts.
That's it. I'm gonna go back in. Dies 2
Yep,
days
he's gonna
later.
start- yeah, he's started mining now. We've renewed his minor.
We've killed him.
Yeah, we said
We've essentially killed him.
But maybe we'll get some nice stuff out of it. That's the prospector mentality.
Awful.
Prospector's risk. There's a name for that.
I
Mountain's
want
Border.
coral pink because I want pink stuff. I use that sometimes actually.
I'm gonna use wine red because it's more likely to fit my color palette.
Because you're the Red Ranger.
Yeah, that's it. Guthjohn is still reeling from your miraculous find. So am I. I wouldn't believe. What did he sound like? That sounded like
It's
Mustache.
Mordecai, but more nasally. That's what you said.
I wouldn't believe it if I had not seen it for myself. Before you set it into the Talos, would you take it to Magnus? For 3 long years, he's believed she died for nothing. He must know the truth, that her sacrifice was not in vain. We'll take it straight to him.
Nope.
You
nope,
have my
nope,
word.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
sorry. We'll take it straight to him. You have my word. Thank you, Guthjohn, for all your help.
I was about to say that's
Your
way too
help.
enthused. Way too enthused
Yeah,
for
it's
him.
like, right then. Let's not keep everyone waiting. Yeah, sorry. Got away with the Guth Strong voice. And now he's gone.
Say goodbye. I was gonna say goodbye.
No more you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, high five goes. Put me on your back.
Yeah, it's like Mordecai, but like nasally, and then also like strained words. I should have said that.
Same voice actor, right?
I think it is just J.G. Quintel, the creator of the show, because like why would they hire someone else to do High Five Ghost? He gets like maybe 10 lines the whole show.
Really? I thought he spoke more.
Oh no, he doesn't. He's mostly silent. He's just kind of there next to Muscle Man, or he like gasp or something at most. Like he usually just reacts to stuff. He doesn't really have that many lines. There's like 2 or 3 episodes where he talks a decent amount, but most of the time he doesn't really have any speaking lines. Half the time he's not even there. Half the time it's just Muscle Man.
Get me to the quest.
It's J.G. Quintel. I'm pretty sure it sounds a lot like J.G. Quintel to me. I'm not sure who does Rigby. I think it might also be J.G. Quintel, but my memory's failing me. Take us to the moon. Take us to the moon.
Take us to the moon. Take us to the moon.
Horthor.
Nope, don't care.
You want to talk to Horthor?
Nope, don't care. Don't care.
Here's Magnus. Magnus P.I.
Mourning over his dead wife, as usual.
He's more like sulking than mourning.
What? Oh, it's you! If you come to complain about the trial, you find no sympathy for me. I hate the dang thing. Bash the thing fell apart like my wife and family. If I told you before,
my wife and kid! Took my germ! Sorry.
He took my breath, and then he took my germ and will for my germ.
Oh, but it will. Now that we have this... Behold, your name is engraved on it, along with your son's. It was a gift from your wife, Magnus, from Agna. It's my hand.
What?
May it bring you great pleasure.
No.
Yes, I did it.
No.
You can't stop me.
No, she could.
Oh my gosh! His hand! This is so touching. I'm about to tears from my eyes. Hold on.
I touched you with this hand and I've never looked at it since. I can still see the fingerprints. The grime has solidified. It's like you're holding me right now. Like you're holding something else, too. This is terrible. So sad.
That's all he needed.
Take it. Do it what
Take
you will.
what?
Take my hand.
Take his hand. What? Are you certain? It would delay our plans, but...
I should take it, damn. If it was you who found it, you who needs it. Finders keepers is the way of the land here. Punishable by death for breaching. I ain't ready to join them just yet. Looking at the stone, all I can see is my wife who's dead. Just leave me be.
Oh. I hope you'll be there when the Talos stirs to life. I'm sure she'd want you to see it.
You don't know what she wants. You take it.
He's right, though.
How dare you infer?
Would you do the honors of delivering this to Uranger?
Sure, why not?
Why not? What are you gonna do? Where are you going?
I'm gonna sit with this dying man. Oh, never mind. I'm going off anyway. I'm gonna go find Memphilia, make sure she's in the corner.
Yeah, he's gonna talk to Memphilia probably. That's a good point. Yeah, but Magnus, like, the whole point was she died. Her last act was to try and get a new heart for these Taloses so he could keep working, keep the town alive.
It's like, don't give up on yourself.
Look who's right here with Oranger. Look who it is. Look who's right here standing here. Could just come with us. Didn't have to hand us anything.
Nope, he needs to be here already.
Stupid. Thou art returned, and with Leonine it would seem. As promised, the Talos hath been made ready to receive its heart, thanks in no small part to Jerk, Thafe, and Memphilia. At last we shall return time to the timeless, this sentinel of stone, that we may press on towards Nabatharan.
Yeah, we get it. Just
Leo
stick the rock
9. And over. Just jammed in there real good, like, very good. Now let us begin. That's very, red versus blue.
Thundered over here, too.
Preparations for the
I heard
enchantment
that.
are complete.
It's like
When
a
the
chair
heart
fell
hath been
over.
suffused with a sufficient quantity of ether, the golem should be restored to life.
Pump it up.
Pump up the
Pump
ether.
it.
Pump it up.
All right then. Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready to see this thing in action. Get the trolley
Right,
looking on it.
Oh, Magnus is kind of like running in. Wait, I want to see my wife's heart.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so tired.
Oh no! Why is he like not touching it this time? He's doing it from a distance.
Yeah, from on this.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday. He's just got a wall on his back, like a straight up wall.
It's like a.
It's working.
It's like a little shelf. I think you put like stuff on it, cargo on it to carry.
Oh, bloody wife. Oh, you're my wife.
Magnus.
Magnus.
My wife. Give her back. Give me back my wife. What's this Dutch angle? What the heck?
Yeah, I don't know why there's so much.
You left me for this? This wretched heap of
Magnus.
stone and rubble?
Breaks the wine glass on the golem.
Wouldn't do anything.
I know, but. Aw. Aw.
This worthless pile of earth? And yet,
What if
I can't.
what if he like adopts the golem as his son?
That'd be so weird. Oh, wait, send us my own. I will call
She's
her.
going to the corner. She's going to the corner.
Is she really? Oh my gosh. She is. There she goes. I can't take this. It's too much. 360
Uncle
degrees is
heading
much too
started.
much. I need 90. 90. It's like Morty whenever he got on an absolute level, and after he gets off, he's like, I can't.
Yeah. Ooh, on jail.
What troubleth thee, child?
I'm here to provide emotional support.
I shouldn't be here. I don't deserve to be. I don't deserve any of the things you've done for me.
Aww.
I'm just a burden. Helpless and hopeless.
Claire's my
If
home.
tomorrow came and I was gone, it would be better for everyone.
Yeesh. That's not good.
Thancred most of all. He'll never admit it, but I can see it in
That's
his
the
eyes.
opposite how he feels.
Yeah.
I wish he'd just say it. Just say that he hates me, that he wishes I was dead so that she could return.
Some Steven Universe crap right here.
None of this
Why
is
did
thy
you leave me,
doing, child.
Rose?
'Twas I who set the oracle on her path unto the first. I who condemned you all to suffer these torments. 'Tis my sin alone,
Roger did all of
and one
this?
that will haunt me unto my
Yeah,
How did
because remember, he originally came with the Warriors of Darkness, remember?
Yeah.
Remember expansions ago?
Yeah.
So,
I don't think he had. He suggested the plan. I don't think he's the one who made it happen. Like
no, but he's
ultimately,
I dare not
Ophelia being
dwell
part
overlong
of
on my many
Highland is what
regrets.
allowed it to happen and why it
For
went
the
the way it
world is a
went. Like
tapestry
he's
of
just
fates,
helping
interwoven
with ideas.
and
He's not like
inseparable.
he's not the mastermind.
And we who strive to better it cannot
You know what I mean?
choose but make difficult decisions. For naught of worth was ever achieved without
I guess
sacrifice.
Roger thinks himself as a light version of an Ascian now.
And thus must man ever struggle to weigh life against loss.
But their greatest amount of life was already granted by the loss and sacrifice that was already made for us. Woohoo! Thank you, Jesus, for actually doing that and not making it so we have to worry about ourselves. Because, yep, otherwise it sucks. And it's nihilistic.
The one for whom thou mournest,
Imagine if they had
there is
Jesus in this
no
world. It'd be weird.
grudge.
So what? I had her and Jay
I was
over
thinking
your
how-
voice.
Sorry, I was saying. Imagine if they had Jesus in this world. It'd be really weird. Like, how would that fit in?
You can't. Like, it doesn't, like, fit like that. I mean,
Yeah,
you can have
I mean,
allegories
it-
like
the
Aslan
way-
and stuff.
the way
You
they-
have to, like,
The way they,
design it.
yeah, that's true. But I was thinking like purely for this setting, like it wouldn't work very well because they have, like, The way they do like powers and stuff in this are kind of nonsense.
It's too balance based as well. Because remember, darkness is
Yeah.
just as good as light and all that stuff, and it's like
Because it's a video game.
it's not a video game, but it still has
It's a
echoes of
video
his love.
game.
And it's important to walk in life
Yeah,
and make sacrifices as needed and be selfless. Yeah, it's all good.
Human experience and,
Human
and
experience.
life itself is more important, or whatever in this setting. So they try to depict it.
Were she here, she would not suffer thee to languish in sorrow.
True.
She would tell thee to seek thine own path, thine own purpose. It is a truth which I myself was slow to learn.
He's
Yet a
older than
truth
any of the other
it
Silence.
remains.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But he's not as old as like Louis Swall. He was like Louis Swall's student, wasn't
Thou
he?
needst but have
Yeah.
faith,
So he must be
have
like at the
faith.
oldest, like in like his 50s,
and
right?
all will be well.
I don't know, man. Their race lives for a long time. And how long was he
That's
a student
true.
with her? He might have been there for
Yeah,
like
and-
very early.
I'll say Oranger was also. Wait, I mean Louis Swall. Isn't Louis Swall? Was he human or was he elf?
He was what Alice and
Yeah,
And
which
Alfino
they're the
are.
same species.
yeah, and
They're
they're
the same
not
species as
they're
Oranger.
not no, they're not.
Right.
No. They are
They're
different.
not?
We learned that early. They are different. They're their
Really?
own species, yes. They're a very like specific one. Kinda like what's her name?
Looking it up.
The
Let's see
woman
what
from the
differences.
12's Wood, who's remember the leader of that, in the White Mage Quest to explore it, she and her little entourage, which are the White Mage Quest, they are their own race as well. They are not what R&J is. They are very special. I don't know what they are, but they're different. I'm pretty sure Alice and Alfino are like a special thing too. I don't think that they are what this guy with R&J is. I could be
I'm trying to see.
wrong.
I'm trying to see if it says.
Does it say so in the
Um,
wiki? I would imagine it says that race.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. No, he's Ellison.
Is he the same, really?
Louis Swall, Leo, yeah, I can't say it. They're Ellison, sorry, Elvins. I always mix them up.
It's
11,
Elvin,
14.
whatever.
And it's Ellison is actually the 14, or is the probably 14 naming.
It's Elvin. I don't
And then
care.
so is Alfino is also Ellison. So,
Okay. I thought that they were something
Yeah.
different. Okay, so it is just. Man, why did they do that?
I think
It is
it's just where they're
just-
from. They're from the place with the scholars, the place with the school. is what the name
Yeah.
of
So
now.
it is just that woman and the
And
two
the-
for
and
the
then
White Mage Quest that are different. I don't know why they did that. It's stupid.
And then the
Whatever.
Duranians are also Ellison. They're just from Durania instead of being
Yeah,
from,
they're different
or
regions.
from Coerthus. Yeah, they're just regional differences. Yeah, they're all Ellison, which they are long lived. Like Ellison
Oh
are.
yeah.
think
I thought
they're-
that they were like that special one.
Let's see if it says on the wiki. I think it does say somewhere.
It's hundreds of years for sure. Probably less than that.
I'm trying to see if it shows somewhere on here. Yeah, Alice, Alfino, Fortunat.
Oh
Divaleo,
god.
which
That means
is-
when they grow up, their necks are gonna just.
Yeah, they're gonna be all lanky and weird looking. That's true. Oranger, Thordan, the first and the seventh, they're all part of the
Ellison
same.
or whatever.
Yeah, Ellison.
Ellie Sane. They're all Ellie Sanes. They're all Ellie Sames.
So there's Wildwood type, and then there's Dusk White, and that's like this complexion changes between them when you build a character.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's.
I bet
anything
you
on
that and
that
your
longevity.
race are the two least used.
Yeah, because they're boring.
They're boring.
The Hume or whatever they're called are.
They're boring too, but they at least like I'm a human like me, so you can at least like associate with it.
Yeah, it looks just like me. That's what I am.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Cat girls
That's
are
not
cat
black,
girls,
but-
obviously, cat boys, and then the all raw are really cool because they're Draconic. They're not.
Yeah,
dragons.
they're also the expansion race. They got
And-
like people switched over to
Oh
them.
yeah, they were expansion, weren't they? I forgot.
Yeah, they were from the first expansion.
That's right. They were the first. That's why That's why I don't remember them being like that.
No, wait, no, they're not from. They're from Bloodstorm because they're from the mountains, the Tibetan area. What's it called? Steeps.
Yeah,
the
but I
steeps.
think that they were introduced before then, weren't they? Before.
Oh yeah.
Stormblood?
What's her name? The ninja girl was introduced.
Yeah.
So
I
maybe
think.
when they introduced her, they added
Yeah,
them.
so that was Heaven's Sword, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, where is the races page? That's what I was trying to find.
Man, Mikote started, I guess, yeah. They're supposed to be super rare, by the way. But they're not. Because everyone makes a Mikote.
Yeah, everyone plays them because they love cat girls. Obviously,
Fucking
that was a stupid choice.
Animu as
Why
crap.
would you say they're a rare race?
They are. They're supposed to be. If you look in the world and how they talk about them, they're supposed to be rare. But they're not. We've evened out. The players alone have evened out that they're common like the rest just by them.
The player base has fixed their
oh my god,
their endangered status.
Oh god.
Imagine if we could do that with their animals in the real world.
Oh, that's gross.
We'd save all the endangered animals, man. We could.
What if we could become animals? I don't want to be Beast Boy. It's lame.
No, I'm not saying we would become them. I'm just saying like we could like choose one and then like it would make it come back to life or whatever. Like fix its.
The dodo.
Issues.
Okay. Woohoo! Dodos running around.
Hears, that's what they're called. Humans are
hears.
Hears, a stupid name. I was trying to find a list of races. I don't know what the wiki I'm looking at. It's the Final Fantasy .fandom wiki, and it like doesn't list out races as a group. I'm not sure. Maybe it's on the page. I shouldn't see it. Nope. Oh gosh.
Alright, let's finish the cutscene. We need to stop.
What? Okay, sure. Sorry. Races tab I was looking for. There we go.
Oh, thank you, surrogate father.
Or what would you do? Did you go to her, or did you have no words for her? Sorry.
What? Oh, I'm not even there.
Oh, I'm ahead of you though, so catch up.
I'm gonna say go to her. Like, I know, like, the therapeutic way is to ask. You do not assume, you ask. I don't care, I'm not at work.
Go to her.
I'm not at work.
Yeah. Go to her. You love her. Go to her.
You're her father.
Go to her.
Not today.
Same thing, for sure.
You said not today.
Yep,
yeah.
Same thing.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just like, I'm guessing. I'm like, same thing, obviously. Dun, dun, dun.
Wait, oh yeah, they did do that.
Meanwhile, the Crystarium. Oh, okay, this could be useful. Hello, overarching. Hello. He's watching us.
They've activated my goal.
He's doing what all of you guys are doing right now. He's gonna type in chat.
What is Emmett doing here, though? That's not good.
Hey, Emmett, what are you doing?
To what do I owe the pleasure that is your extended stay?
Oh, to the tediousness of our hero's present endeavors.
Amen, Emmett. Amen. Just get us on the railway and get us to the thing.
That and the insufferable abundance of light in Armorang. I should be glad to keep my distance.
That's right, it's too much light.
Oh, I'm rather fond of sleep, you know. It's a wonderful way to pass the time. Not that my compeers would agree, mind you. Always on the move, the lot of them. Like La Hebrea, constantly jumping from vessel to vessel.
Throwing shade on La Hebrea. That frickin' child kept jumping vessels, I swear. Now he's dead.
It makes sense, just didn't like him.
Such fire, such determination. So much passion, fleeting and forgotten.
Please pull the hood back. Finally really has no eyes.
Come to think of it, Exarch, I don't believe I've ever seen you retire to your chambers for so much as 40 winks. However do you keep your eyes from closing?
This freaking guy.
The cold shoulder. You wound me, sir.
This freaking dude.
Look at this dude.
Always so guarded in our every interaction. Interactions you curiously refrain from sharing with the Scions and their champion.
And risk souring your budding relationship? I think not. Much as I dislike you, there are more useful targets for her energies. And I am not in the habit of pointing her at my enemies like a weapon.
Why not? Everyone does to us.
Is that right? Fond of her, are you?
They're talking about, they use her for me and him for you because his character.
You continue to fascinate me, Exarch. But tell me, who are you?
Yep, there we go.
The once great nation whose ingenuity gave birth to this tower was shaped by my hand. As such, I know full well the wonders it can facilitate and those it cannot.
Shaped by your hand? It wasn't your hand. We did that side quest. It was the big bad dude who was like the ancient king. I guess the Scions had their hands in it, I suppose. Remember, that was the Scooby-Doo quest.
That's what he's saying. Yeah, the Scooby-Doo quest was actually. Emmett was directly involved in that. Is what he's saying.
There is nothing in these walls which could have aided you in summoning our dear friend across time and space. Much less in possession of her mortal flesh. Not even I could have performed such a feat.
I see. You had a hand in Alag as well. You would know what I am? I am the adjudicator of the sacred history with which you dared trifle.
What's an adjudicator?
Like a judge.
Looking it up. Looking it up.
It's like a judge, basically.
Adjudication. I mean, that's not what I was looking for. The action process of adjudicating. Cool, thank you.
It's someone who presides, judges, and arbitrates during a formal dispute or competition.
What's adjudicates? Make a formal decision or decision about a problem or disputed matter. Yeah, so it's like a mediator judge thing.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Look, I wanted the specific examples.
Yeah, but I'm saying someone who presides, judges, and arbitrates. They didn't use the word educates again.
I read. Again. Okay, I was reading, and then I meshed it with your statements, so my brain had our two sentences together in my head. I was like, I don't want someone to adjudicate.
Adjudicating also means to make an official decision about who is right.
Okay, so yeah, you're like the judge mediator.
Yeah, he's the judge of the all of time, basically. Essentially, is what that means. That sentence.
Oh, he's freaking Clockwork from Dan Phantom. What a great character.
Yeah, I guess so.
I am keeper of this tower's boundless wisdom, the wisdom of ages without age, of everywhere and nowhere, the great work of those who tamed the wings of time and grasped the nature.
Yokuso, the velvet room. This place exists between mind and matter. What was it again? Time and freaking velvet room for Persona.
'Tis a boon born of sacrifices.
You an attendant? Can I summon? Can I fuse?
Heroes who will one day give their lives for a brighter future.
Wild card, let's freaking go.
I will not see their hopes and dreams squandered. The history which led us here will be unwritten. I promise you that.
I was gonna say, let yourself in the cutscene, never mind.
I mean, they're just looking at each other.
So you know how,
well,
when we got here, they gave all the races in the name?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember all the races' names that they gave in this region?
No.
So the Hewer are the Hume,
on that much,
which is what they were called in Final Fantasy XI. That's a reference to that. And then the Elizan are called Elf, just straight up Elf, not Elven like it was in 11, just Elf. The Rothgar, which is the Linemen, they're called Ronso.
Rons.
Which I think Ronso's another game. I don't remember what game it was. And then Rogdians, which is what my character is called a Galgant, which I think is also from another game. And then the Vir VII. And then the Mikote are Mistles.
Yes.
MYSTEL.
Remember that.
The Aura are Drawn, DRAHN. It's kind of dragon sounding. It makes sense. But then the one I didn't remember and it made me laugh the hardest was Lalafels are just called dwarfs.
Yes, I remember that.
I forgot about that. That's hilarious. They named them dwarfs.
They're dwarves.
Right,
What do
sorry.
you want? They're small.
Alright, let's go back to your Archer, sorry.
You're good.
Mine apologies for the delay. Minfili and I have a private matter to discuss. Or had, sorry. Which bringeth me to the question, how didst thou find Thancred during your search?
Blah 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 blah.
Well, we walked over here and he was standing here, and then he went with us. That's how we found him. He spoke of Menphilia, of his own accord, I see. 'Twas well that he did, and with such candor. I attempted to broach the subject before. Mine intention was to ensure no words remain unspoken between them, lest tragedy intercede. A regret I myself know all too well. Alas, in the end, he refused to heed my counsel. Remember that time he didn't tell us what was going on, and we all were like, oh, he's a bad guy.
Yep.
A time will come when they must face the reality of their circumstances, but I have faith that all will be well in time. Now, let us not tarry any longer. The Talos and Nabal Arang await.
Let us away instead.
Let's go on the roller coaster ride. Right?
All right.
That's where we're at now?
Yeah, the freaking roller coaster. All right. Yep.
Where's that?
And that we will have to wait because we are out of time.
Oh,
It's 7:30.
hit the timer.
It's 7:30.
There's
I still have to do devotional. I have to cook and eat. And I'm starving.
Okay.
I have to get up for work tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm hungry too, so that works.
I'm hungry. What are you cooking?
Probably leftovers, I don't know. I'll have to ask the wife and see what she wants to do.
You must get permission? I wish I had to do
No,
that.
I meant what does she want to do? Not why has it permission? I'm asking what she wants if she's interested.
You know, as a master of the house, as a mistress of the house, master or mistress of the household, you know.
Whatever, dude. Okay.
No, you say, see, you think I'm insulting you. You're like, oh, you're insulting me because I'm not the master.
Yeah,
No,
it's
no,
just-
you don't understand.
I'm not saying
That's what
it's
I
not
want.
insulting. It's just that's not what's happening. I'm literally saying I don't know what she wants to eat. I'll see what she wants, and if she wants the same
Let
thing,
me
we'll eat
live
that. If not, we'll
vicariously
figure
through
out what we
you
wanna
as
do.
what I will one
Like,
day.
Most likely, we'll have leftovers. We have leftovers.
One
stuff to
day,
eat. Otherwise,
I will be
maybe
the
someone
one
else
who
can help.
has a mistress of the household, and then she will
Okay.
determine the meals for the day, and it will be
I mean,
glorious.
you don't like know how to eat food anyway, so I hope she determines the meals anyway.
That's true. Wait, what if she makes me eat something I don't like? Ooh,
Maybe you should
like
open
half
your mind
of meals in the
to
world.
opportunities. Yes, exactly. It's not fair to limit her so much. All right.
Yes, my poor non-existent girl.
Yeah, I'm already weeping for your hypothetical wife.
Alright, let's get out of here. I'll have to take this. I can do this to myself in my private time.
Yeah,
I can insult myself.
Go beat yourself up when you're tired.
Did you get the name?
I'm doing it right now.
Good, thank you, because I'm too distraught.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm too distraught, too sad.
Full steam ahead, is what it's called, actually.
Oh god, finally,
That
full
is so
steam
true.
ahead. We can actually
Yeah,
make progress.
next time we can, like,
Hooray!
yeah.
Alright,
Alright.
that'll do it for today. Epsilion, thank you! It's only
Thanks for
been
having
2
me. It was
weeks,
fun.
but we've seen each other. But it feels like longer because I was on vacation.
Yeah, it feels like a long time.
Feels so long
It's
when I
fun.
don't
Take
when
a
I
nap
don't
now.
see you. It feels like forever.
It's getting a little creepy.
All right. So next week
yes.
is the 23rd. Do you want to do that one?
Yeah.
Is that fine for you? I thought we said that was we're fine until August.
Yeah, I think
remember.
that I know this next weekend, like Friday, Saturday, are kind of busy. I don't know what's happening Sunday. I don't think there's anything planned. I'll have to double check if we have anything going on.
With your wife to see
and-
what the master's plans are.
Well, it's her sister is coming to town, so
Oh, yay!
I don't want to be like, yeah, your sister's coming to town. I'm gonna go
Oh,
play
that's
on
why
the
we're
computer while
not
she's
doing the
here.
thing next weekend. Ah.
Yeah, that's the
I
reason.
see.
Well,
Why not?
so
Her sister
already,
would want to see it.
No, her sister, they already have plans. They're doing an all-day thing on Saturday. Like, they're gonna be gone all day, so I can't, like, we can't even, like I was thinking, like, oh, what if we go see a matinee or something, you know, it'd be better, right? No, we can't even do that because
They have all
they're gonna
day
be
plans.
gone. They're gonna leave, like, early in the morning. Like, the whole family's going somewhere without me. All the women, I guess, really, I should say, not the whole family. All the women are going.
All the
somewhere.
women.
It's a girls, like, outing or whatever. type
Girls'
thing, so.
night, girls' night.
Yeah, she'll be busy with that next Saturday for sure, but I don't know what's happening on Sunday. I don't know when her sister's going back to her house. So if she's
That's okay.
staying
We'll
with
figure it
us,
out.
by the way. So yeah, we might be able to do it Sunday afternoon. I have to double check, and
That's
then if not, definitely
fine.
the 30th should be fine.
Okie dokie. All right, Epsilion,
Yeah.
thank you so much for all of your thing. I love you. I care
Yeah.
for you, and
All
I will
fun.
see you later.
All right. Love you too, buddy.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye. He's gone. I'm gone. He's gone. We're all gone. All right. I gotta kill this. Hold on. I gotta kill Steam. I don't need Steam anymore. Get out of here. Get out of here. There we go. Now we're on base turn. All right. Okie dokie. That'll do it for that. Thank you so much for coming by, everyone. If you're watching the VODs, God bless you. This will be up on YouTube soon. We are gone. We're gone forever. We're gone. My hair's sticking up. My hair's awful. I have to deal with it. I don't care. I'll deal with it later. All right. Yeah, so thank you so much once again. I'm Icarus. These are streams. We do Final Fantasy 14 every Sunday or every other Sunday. And Epsilion and I are going to continue the journey. It'll be fun. And yeah, we'll keep going with it. I know that this past Friday we didn't have stream, but next Friday we will. We'll be going back to Kingdom Hearts Chronicle. Based on what Epsilion was talking about and about the plans we made, the Friday after, not next Friday, but the next Friday, we will not have Kingdom Hearts Chronicle because we got stuff to do, apparently. Right? So, and then, so I'll probably move it to Saturday of that day. So we'll see what happens on that one. But yeah, so this coming Friday, we should be back with the Chronicle, which is good. So we're kind of getting to it. The next time we dive, I'm going to try to finish all the Disney worlds. There's only 2 left, and then we should be ready for the beginning of the long end. So got that going on, which is great. And yeah. And I've got plans for other stuff too. But thank you so much for coming by. I'm Icarus. These are the streams. Once again, every Sunday or every other, we do Final Fantasy 14. Every Friday, we're doing what's called the Kingdom Hearts Chronicles. We're trying to do all of Kingdom Hearts in chronological order. We're on Kingdom Hearts 3. We're on the end. We're getting to the end. There's not much left. So feel free to stop by on that. You always go to Icarus Redeemed on YouTube to see all the stuff I've ever done on a lot of it. Most of it is on there. So feel free. And yeah, but before we go, I do like to share a little bit of God's word at the end of our dives together. And what we're doing is, speaking of chronicles and dives into like stories and stuff like that and of the past, we are going to be going through Exodus. So what we're doing is we're doing a chronicle where we go through all of the Bible in chronological order. At least I'm trying to. I missed Job. Job's supposed to come earlier. We'll get back to it. But yeah, so we are now in Exodus. So for anyone who doesn't know, we're talking about the Bible and God's interactions and intervening on our behalf throughout history, and His love being shown through everything we've done everything He's done for us in the past. And what we're doing is we're going through. We already done Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, all the patriarchs, which God made a promise to He would create a great nation in, and through that nation bless the entire world. Jesus coming through that nation. And we are finally to Egypt because Israel went to live there, his 12 sons, and they prospered and grew and became a nation inside Egypt. Well, the Pharaoh of Egypt, years later, we're talking like 200 to 400 years later after they settled, didn't like them anymore because, they're too much, fear, once again, taking over. And because he considers himself a god, because all ancient pharaohs did, he was like, you will all bow to me and you will be my slaves because we are the ancient race here. Oh, look, what's it called? Racism, all that stuff's always existed. Surprise, surprise, humans are terrible. But what God did was he heard his people calling, and he's like, hey, I'm here to deliver my people, and I will use you, Moses, a runaway from the nation, to do it. Moses was like, no, I'm not good enough. But God's like, hey, I'm the one doing this, not you. Trust me. And so he went and started it. And the first thing we did was we saw the first plague. And the first plague was turning the Nile and all the water in Egypt into blood. And each plague was actually a sign, a miracle. And a miracle is always a sign that points to something greater. That's every miracle in the Bible is for that. It's not for the point of the miracle, practical effect. It's to point to the Lord for worship or a revelation in some way. Every single plague that we are seeing is a slap in the face to a fake god that the Egyptians held, like one of their higher echelon of their pantheon. God slapping it in the face saying, I am the Almighty, not whatever the hell this is. So at this point, we have the second plague, which we'll be covering today. The first plague was going against, I can bring up the slide, but there were the 2 gods. One of them had like the Nile was his lifeblood, and the other one was like had blessings based upon the Nile, which is the lifeblood of Egypt, and for anyone who knows topography and all that. So the Pharaoh was like, oh, my Egyptians can do that too, my magicians, by some fake means. I don't need you. It's fine. And so the blood stayed for a whole 7 days. So they dug up water and got it in different ways. So he did not listen. Pharaoh, once again, did not listen to the Lord, did not listen to those who were sent. But God was not done. And he hardened Pharaoh's heart for the purpose, as we talked about before, allowing the removed hedges of mercy to be lifted, to allow his own sin and ego to take over, and allowed it to happen so that he would say no to letting the Israelites go. You might say, well, why does he do that? Like, the Israelites want to leave. He says he wants to leave. Yes, but to prove his might and for his worship and for the betterment of the people so that they would understand and know their God for who he is and the almightiness of who he is. God chose to allow the plagues to continue, allow the sin and the ego of Pharaoh to hold. That way it would be, I'm not letting them go, and that way God would prove his might through this. So the second plague occurred. The frogs themselves, frog fever. So then the Lord said to Moses, go into Pharaoh a second time. Remember, this is like going before a tyrant. Like Pharaoh could have had them killed at any time, but God's like, I protected you. Do not worry. The one who's turned all of this water into blood, as I have done, I'm going to do even greater as you go. I've got you. And Moses is like, okay. Go into Pharaoh and say to him, thus says the Lord, let my people go, that they may serve me. But if you refuse to let them go, behold, I will plague all your country with frogs. Yes, that's right, the amphibian plague. The Nile shall swarm with frogs, so that they shall come into your house, into your bed, into your bedroom, into the houses of your servants and your people, into your ovens and your kneading bowls, so into the food preparation. God's basically saying the frogs should come up on you and on your people, all your servants. So God's saying, Moses, tell him that I'm about to plague him with frogs to the highest degree. And it's like, oh, well, frogs, that's kind of inconvenient and gross, but you have to remember, frogs carry diseases. Frogs are like contaminated by like muck and crap. And God's saying they shall be in your bed, they shall be in your ovens, they should be in your kneading bowls. They're going to be everywhere, like so much so that it's like, the way I always view it is, down here in Florida, we have like a season of love bugs. They're basically like these little bugs that are like black, and they have little black wings. They're really small, and they like connect to each other in really weird ways. And I remember I was like 8 years old. I remember one like season where we were playing on the playground. They were like everywhere. They were so bad that whenever I went to jump on the monkey bars to grab, I felt something squish. I was like, and I got off, and there were just like masses of dead bugs on my hand because they were just all over the monkey bars. So you'd have to like climb on them to use it. It was gross. So it's like that level of like, they are everywhere. Like the ground is made of them at this point. And the Lord said to Moses, say to Aaron, your brother, remember, because Aaron was the spokesman, and he would become the first Levite, the first great priest. Because Pharaoh obviously said, no, absolutely not. So he said to Moses, say to Aaron, stretch out your hand with your staff over the rivers, over the canals, over the pools, and make frogs come up on the land of Egypt. So Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land. But the magicians did the same by the secret arts and made the frogs come up on the land of Egypt too. So Aaron stretched out his hand, and the miracle occurred. But the Egyptians, by using sleight of hand or whatever, or if demonic activity was even used, had some of them pop up too, saying like, we can do that as well. And they did that with the blood too. So far, the Egyptians have been able to match to a level that God has been able to do. So it's like, oh, well, he's not that powerful. God isn't, I don't mind if the Egyptians are able to do it. A couple things. First off, remember when they did the staffs and they turned into snakes? Remember, Moses' staff ate the staff of the other magicians. Second off, they were able to turn to blood, but they were only able to do it like in this small bowl. God did it throughout the entirety of the land, all of it. Like, it's all blood now. And with the frogs, doesn't say, but they're probably able to pop out a few, like, oh, here they are out of nowhere, and they're really popping out or something. And yet, God makes them come throughout the entirety of the land. It's like, well, he still did it, true, but watch what happens next. So far, the Egyptians have been able to, we can match this. We have control of our own gods. But do they have full control? Then Pharaoh called Moses and Aaron. Oh, you're calling us over. well, that's weird because you were able to make the frogs go and you didn't have a problem with the blood. You said, no. So why would you call us now? You're fine, right? You have control over these things. And said, plead with the Lord, not just ask him, plead, beg of your almighty God to take away the frogs from me and my people. I will let the people go and sacrifice to the Lord. Oh, that's weird. That's not the heart you had earlier, Pharaoh. You see, the magicians were able to create the frogs and make them rain. But okay, now get rid of the ones God created. You see, for the water, they were able to dig up water from like the lower wells of the world, dig it up and make like new wells popping up for what they could to deal with it. But with frogs, they just keep popping up. Like, we don't have a way of getting around this. And the Egyptians, obviously, based on context clues, weren't able to get rid of them because otherwise Pharaoh wouldn't have asked, because he has to swallow his pride to do this. And as we've learned, he's not going to do that. So this must have been so bad that it's like we literally cannot live because they're everywhere, and the magicians can't get rid of it. Finally, Egypt and all of its power and might, the Pharaoh in the god he is losing his grasp and control, and he's starting to see it. And the people of God are seeing, oh, wait, they can't match this. These Egyptians were so scared of. Our God is beating them in this. The Lord, once again, proving his might to the ones who are watching. Because remember, all these plagues are not just for the plagues of doing it, for punishment, though that's there too. It's for a sign to show his people, as he shows us nowadays, hey, I'm with you, I love you, let me show you the power I have, and it's being directed to you to save you. And Moses said to Pharaoh, be pleased to command me when I am to plead for you and your servants, your people, that the frogs be cut off from you and your house and be left in the Nile. And he's like, all right, okay, so I get it, you want the frogs gone, fine. What command would you give about when this will happen? That you will command the people to leave to worship like we asked. How soon will you do it then, Pharaoh? And Pharaoh said, tomorrow. So it wasn't even like, it was so bad that he's like, the next day, that's fine, just get it gone, please. So Pharaoh's croaking, as it were, and finally starting to break. And Moses said, all right, be it as you say. You may know that there is no one like, and the reason that the frogs happen, the reason the plagues are here, be it as you may, be it as you say, so that you may know that there is no one like the Lord our God. That's the reason it's happening. Remember, that's the point. Is like, it's not because of the might of the power. It's not because of anything else. It's because God is here and he is proving who he is. So you and your amazing nation, one of the biggest of this time period, and everyone around you, because we know this is going to spread once it's done. And most importantly, God's own people, Israel, will know this is your God. Because remember, before this point, we had the patriarchs, right? Before this point, you had Israel and his 12 sons. We're talking way back when. Remember Joseph, coat as many colors and everything. And God was giving glory for whenever the famine happened. They had enough food and all that. Sure. But it's been 200 plus years, 400 years. The patriarchs directly saw God sometimes with what he did, yes. But a lot of the family didn't supersede it. They were told, like, our Lord is for our family. And so, but for 200 plus years, they haven't seen God do much. It's like they haven't seen, as we humans are, we have to see to believe, and perception's everything. So God, knowing that these people wouldn't fully know him, is taking this time, this exodus that we're going through, to show, let me show you who I am. Let me be personally connected to my people as the Lord Almighty of all, not just this people, but of the whole world, and choose this people and let you know, this is who I chose. Let me show you that. So Moses said, the frogs shall go away from you and your household, your servants, your people, and they shall be left only in the Nile. So they'll return to where they're supposed to be, in the water, kind of like flopping around and everything. They will return. And Moses said, it will be taken care of. So Moses and Aaron went out from the Pharaoh, and Moses cried to the Lord about the frogs, and he had agreed with Pharaoh. And the Lord did according to the word of Moses. He trusted. Remember, he put Moses forward to do this, and he listens. He listens to those who call his name. The frogs died out in the household, the courts, and the fields, and he gathered them in heaps, and the land stank because they were so bad. They were so bad that literally just giant piles of dead frogs everywhere, and it just stank and everything. There's no consequences. So the frogs are removed. So Pharaoh has finally croaked, and now he'll let the people go. It only took two plagues. Wait, why are there 10? I thought he's letting them go, right? But when Pharaoh saw that there was a respite, that Alleviance had been given of judgment. God gave mercy where he didn't have to. He hardened his heart and would not listen to them, as the Lord had said would happen. This is a lot of us sometimes. Whenever bad things happen, we cry to the Lord, we call out, please make it stop, please, I promise you. And then mercy is given, grace, a respite is granted. And then what is the first thing a lot of us do? No, I don't want to. Back to what I was doing. I'm not saying all of us do that. Well, no, I am saying all of us do that. We all do that at some point. I do that. We all do, because we want what we want and our heart gets hardened. We think about our own ego. Pharaoh was like that. It's a showing of that this is the reason the plagues had to happen. Because it's not just Pharaoh. Look, Pharaoh is egotistical, terrible guy. We get it, yeah. But it's not just Pharaoh. God's doing this for his people too. This whole, he's had a respite and he hardened his heart and been whatever, to the Lord again. That's not just Pharaoh that does that. As we go, you'll find it's not just Pharaoh or other foreign pagan nations and those who don't know the Lord, don't really worship. It's his own people. This right here is what they themselves will be doing as they go. The Lord made this happen so that he would make sure they understood, look, I am the God Almighty. And when I give respite, I give mercy as I will. And I love you. But I will also cast down judgment. And I will point you back to me in it because, oh, sheep who go astray, the shepherd goes to pull them back. He chastises the sheep so that they will not leave. Because the outside world is full of wolves and death. Come to me and be close to me. I will give you respite. I will give you respite that's everlasting. But you have to hold to me because I love you and you must submit and hold to me too. You can't go back to the stank of before in your own ego. And Pharaoh didn't. And this is not only a set pattern for what's going to happen with the plagues, but it is a foreshadowing of not just the pagan nations, but what his own people will do. And what we all do in the end too. Because we all do look to ourselves in the end, myself included. That's why it's so important to read the Bible and to know God's amazing power and might. That's why these stories were written. That's why the narrative of time was put here, so that God's name will be glorified, and so that we can know the judgments and the power he had in the past, and he still has now. And know that this kind of hardening of heart that Pharaoh has can happen to anyone too. And respites that are given should be given for gracious gratitude and thank you, Lord, and for turning back to him in that respite to reset our path onto what's right, not to harden the heart and go right back to where we were, like Pharaoh is doing. And it's going to take more to get him away from that kind of thinking, but we'll see. Oh, and there's one more thing. So, before we go any further, the false god that's judged this time. This false god of the frogs, remember, because the first one was the Nile gods, this is I don't care, I'm not offending anyone. There's like ancient Egyptians around him. Heket, or Hekit, or Hekt. A frog-headed goddess who personified generation, birth, and fertility. So I read about her a little bit and kind of did some research. She's basically like, she had a big part to play in Osiris's, which is a big god of like the sun and renewal, in his resurrection. So she was kind of like rejuvenation on that. If you notice her like portrait here is called in like the death symbol, so she has kind of like some death weight and everything like that. And she was also part for like the embalming of some great god or something like that. Like she has a big part of death and generation and birth and fertility and kind of like moving forward with that. So heck, yep. So her being defeated shows that this fertility, this plentifulness you guys rely on, that comes from the Nile. Remember, the frogs came from the Nile kind of thing. It kind of comes from what's getting related to that. I control that. And not only can I take away fertility and birth, I can overblow it to a non harmonious kind of synchronicity degree and cause problems by it too. I have control over life, death, and overabundance of life too. I am the Lord Almighty. So hacked, beaten. I should have put like a big X over her, but whatever. Yeah, so 2 gods, well, 3, because the Nile kind of had 2, but 2 gods-ish down. Only 8 more to go. And some of these are, as we get later, they start getting more and more too, because God is showing more and more. Listen to me, let me show you who I am and who I am protecting. And that is the power of his purpose and the reason he's there. Anyway, we're going to go on ahead and stop there for now. I've got to go eat and get ready for my first day back at work tomorrow. Ooh, it's fine. Anyway, God bless every single one of you. I hope you have a fantastic day. And I hope the Lord Almighty, I hope that He blesses you in your days to come, and that your heart is opened up to His glory and grace, and that you have wonderful blessings in the next week as we move through to the next part of what we do here on the streams. Anyway, God bless you, and good night for now. There it is. Bye. Almost couldn't find the ending.